welcome in everyone. We're gonna sit here and watch Aries 123.45. It does also have 5 blue balls, which is crazy. So this is a really good run on the practice hack. I asked Ari to do this a very long time ago, like what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. It's a long time ago, anyways.
I think you asked me like 2 years ago, and then I did it a couple months later.
Yeah, and I've kind of been holding off on this for a couple of reasons. One, I wasn't quite good enough to get a 123 when he made this video, and I knew I probably would one day, and now I'm kind of knocking on the door. I think I can actually get more value out of this video. And two, I can't run version 14 on my SNES because I have a janky SNES, and I tried to get another SNES and it doesn't work properly. I have like 2 SNESes and they don't work. But I can make 14 work on a SNES for room time comparisons, and that was one of the other differences. I was going to wait to see if I could get one that the version 14 worked, but I'm just going to watch it now and hopefully get some value out of it. Obviously League's coming up. It's always a good time to do this stuff, and kind of trying something a little bit different for League. I'm trying to get my average down, something I've not actually ever looked at before. My average is sitting at around 125.02 at the moment. PB's 124.23, but take that a little bit with a grain of salt, because you guys know I love to smash the old reset buttons, so I haven't been doing too much of that, but I'm not gonna finish a run that dies, or if I die to a boss, or I'm plus 20 out of Eastern or something like that, I'm gonna just start that again. But for the most part, I've just been trying to beat the averages for each split, and hopefully bring that average time down. And then obviously you guys know consistency's the top thing. I'm only really doing it for League just to see how it goes, because I need to get some reps in, but I'm still a resetter at heart, Tim, and don't worry, we still usually smash the old reset button, but just with a different purpose at the moment. So
yeah. You still want to get a run going, but
yeah,
the thresholds are just different.
Yeah, thresholds are different, exactly. If anyone doesn't know, I'm using a sheet. I will fire up on the screen here so you can see. So this is a sheet that I made for doing analysis for anyone. It's for anyone to use. I have it in my Discord, or I can link it if people want it. And it's basically just a little sheet that I'll be going through, if I need some work on this room, or I need some work on this room, or I see something that Eddie's doing that I want to look at, I just can whack it there, and then I can go back and watch the video. It's just a quick way, instead of having to sit and write notes or talk or like memorize. I don't have to memorize anything. I can just spend all my brain power watching, and then, I can tick it off. And then when it comes to actually looking at this stuff in the practice hack, I have a practice sheet ready to go. And then I obviously have like some notes I can shove in there too. So just thought I'd share that. It is available if anyone wants it. Just let me know and I can share it, and you can copy your own sheet.
Yeah, this stuff, like when you just showed me this, it's such a good idea. And actually having, like, getting the discipline, like maybe even after every couple of runs, to look or remember what went wrong, noting it down, and then before you do your next run or session, like go over them. It's something that's like very much back in the day. Pincus actually had like a pace bin saying, like, if you really just want to be disciplined and improve, like after every run, either you note down everything that went wrong, or rewatch it, make notes, practice everything, and then do the next one. And it's such a very thorough way of like working out the kinks throughout your progress. And that's like, such a sheet is just like a very nice standardized way to not have to like to immediately be able to look at like a split or like a bunch of rooms. It's like, oh yeah, okay, these tend to go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I find it oftentimes when I don't have this process down, I end up, I don't like to say waste time, but my practice is less efficient. I end up, there's rooms that I miss that I really should be looking at, and then there's rooms that I do that I really don't need to. And when you make yourself a standardized list, like, it's, you get in, you focus, you work out what you need to, and then you get back to doing runs, which is, at the end of the day in speedrunning, that's the most important thing, is being able to utilize the practice in the runs. In my opinion, anyways.
No, for sure. And it's so easy to just go back to the old habits that you have in practice. Like, oh, okay, let's practice the back of Eastern, let's practice Lamo, and then you just keep going back to the same things. And it's good to keep everything fresh, right? But then it's also easier to just forget what actually happened last run, and then you don't think of like those 1 or 2 rooms in Swamp because, well, it doesn't matter that much, just a second or two. But if you keep losing those seconds or two, but don't actually go and fix it, it's not very helpful.
Fucking busy. Here, that sheet. Once there is versions of the sheet, yes, that I made. So if anyone wants it, you the basic one, and then there's a one with notes. So whichever one you want. All right, let's see what we got here.
Classic. Alright, it's prachack, so I don't actually have auto splitter. You'll catch me forgetting to split once, so it's actually really hard to remember after you've had auto splitter for years. Like, all right, manually splitting.
I haven't done auto splitter I did a little tiny bit of it when I did Dark World and MG, and then I just never liked it, so I haven't done it that much, but I could see that for sure.
You want to slam that numpad.
So I'll try and point out a few things for maybe some people, but escape, there's not much I'm gonna get from escaper. You've got, I don't know, maybe, what's your escape gold? 47?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do the thing that I do here already. Yeah, so I stay on the left side here. That's like the one thing that I do differently from most people. I just find it easier to continually left pump and then slowly make my way over in between the bushes.
Yeah, I've noticed that, yeah. I was actually talking about that the other day, just something you do differently than some other people.
Yeah. Like, with room times, it doesn't change that much. It's just easier for me.
So one little thing I do want to talk about here, so one thing that I've realized with this room is if you extend a sword, this is just random that I found, but if you extend a sword out, even if this guard isn't there, if you extend a sword just a couple of frames, you can always get by this guard with a diagonal up left.
Oh, really?
It's super.
You manipulate him a little bit.
Yeah, you manipulate him with just walking a little bit. It's super strange. It's probably, I'm going to say it's probably a 1 in 16. There's probably 2 RNGs that can hit you. But I've been doing this from now on, and I can always make it up into the door almost every time.
Interesting.
It's something I'll just I've tested timing-wise, but if you take this concept that you've walked with your sword out to here, I think you would have been able to make it up here past this guard. It's kind of a weird one that I've been meaning to test.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, throw it in there, see if it works for you. I don't know. I should probably throw it in the practice hack, and that's just one thing in Escape that I have found recently that I've been meaning to really look at. Oh, nice. Let's go.
Hey, you can always learn from runs or from each other. Like, just sharing ideas is so useful. I'll take an 8-15 up slash.
Yeah.
Any day.
15, yeah. Very nice. And this is what's nice about having this, is like a lot of us know our room times, so being able to actually see it live is just a godsend. Like, if they ever bring that thing that's in Super Metroid to this game, oh my, I'd love that.
I've asked for it for years, but it's so much work to port everything.
$32. Oh, the up left.
Yep.
Never liked the strat. I always like walk up here, and yeah, I did that a couple of times, and that was the end of that.
No,
It does
I
save a little bit of
understand.
time, right? Like a couple of
It
frames,
does
maybe.
because yeah, because you don't waste the up movement, right?
Yeah.
Like if you go left into up, then like the up is wasted. Yeah, Josh RTA kind of drilled that in me when he once did a review for me. So I did this slightly different nowadays, but
What do you do different now then
so I immediately line myself up with the table.
with the bench, like here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I figured. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't do that. I think I experimented with this and went back to what you're doing now. But yeah.
And then I go down a little bit later, like once I'm past the brown tiles. But I think people kind of do different things, and I don't think any way is foolproof. There's always some kind of weird frame rules or RNGs where the ball and chain will screw you over.
Yeah, I YOLO the back of Sank and Flipfield absolutely hates it. Yeah, I've never been able to do the whole left pause adjust thing for that rat, and yeah.
I go back and forth in back of escape, but yeah, we'll see when we get there. I think realistically, in back of escape, you just want to like immediately throw the boom left and just eat the 13 frames to just never have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's probably the smart thing to do.
But then you give up more 48s or 49s.
A little thing there that I see, nothing major, but just see some people will come across here. I see that you come up and you're utilizing that upright movement here like this to gain.
Yeah, just a little bit more diagonal movement, right? Yeah.
I see that.
Just saves a frame or two.
That's one that my muscle memory goes, and I have to remind myself to do it.
Yeah. On the way back from the hallway, just like use the boom if it's somewhat in your way, because
You know, I might just go with the music here, actually. Have you ever experimented with shuffling and then cancelling the stair?
I have, but it feels weird because I usually I would use both my hands to the cancel, and then I have to switch back quickly for the text boxes, and I couldn't get it to feel nice.
Yeah, that's fair. Nice. You switch to an up left there for any particular reason? Like right here. When you rounded this corner here, you switch to an up. Is that just what you do, or is there any particular reason to that?
Not really. I think it's just to enter the stairs
cleanly.
Like for me, it's easier to enter the stairs that way. Yeah. No.
That was just a mistake there.
If depending on where you upright a little bit there to activate the bats, the bat kind of behaves in certain ways. So I think I kind of went upright too late there.
I see. Okay.
But sometimes he just goes to the left.
Yes, and he goes this way, and you get to bump the whole room. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And that's kind of the goal.
Okay, I see.
Actually, make my way out.
Okay. So, are you doing that on purpose to give yourself a pump room?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I should maybe have a look at that one then.
I'm not 100% sure if it's worth it. Like the pumps usually are pretty minimal, right? Like it's gonna save you 4 or 5 frames in total, but
I know you don't like hover pumping. You mentioned that before.
I don't get it to save enough time to destroy the controller more.
Yeah, this absolutely is. You total try hard.
What? Okay, I guess I just uprighted too early there.
It looked like you came off the. You didn't turn that. You were a little bit off here, I guess. You
Yeah.
maybe minimal stuff. This is nice. This is what I've been showing people lately. Is that not to go to that not to go to this wall right off the bat.
Yeah, it's something I've been looking into, like around this time, where sometimes it's nice to be able to just walk straight, especially if there's like 2 or 3 rats on the left side. You have to be a little bit careful that the rats don't like accidentally move to move to the right once they start moving again. So it's actually slashing here is pretty good as well instead of just booming.
Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. It's something I've been doing. I actually just went over this with someone the other day. It can save a lot of time if you get a lot of bats in your way. Rats, sorry.
Dude, imagine it going to the right.
Can you rat frame if it goes to the right? I've never done it before.
I mean, probably, yeah, sure, you can, but it's so rare that you get into that position. Also, there was I wasn't nearly fast enough to already be in the door, so there's 3 RNGs where it's fine, and then 1 where he goes to the right. So I even grabbed Sankar. Imagine, I just wanted to finish a run. I think.
Madman. Welcome in, guys. We got the quick warp flash the whole time.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts.
Actual cheats.
I only turn that on and off. Stuff's pretty standard. I actually do a little different movement than people here. I actually shuffle down here and I go. I know it technically should lose time, but when I time it, it doesn't. I don't know why, but I know people come to here and they go like this, but I actually come down like this.
I just hold down left the entire time.
Yeah. People always
give
me the pointy finger like you're losing a frame, but I haven't seen it in the practice hack, so
I think it's fine.
It's way too much muscle memory to build up to change anything like that.
Yeah.
This is one I don't lose. I've never done this thing here.
Yeah, again, it's minimal pumps. And I think if you enter the screen from aligned with the right side, the Octorok is a bit more manipulated. I don't think there's a couple of RNGs where he doesn't do. I think it has to do with where you enter the screen. But I noticed a change in when I started entering the screen more from the left. I kind of go back and forth between poking him and
poking
booming.
And booming, yep. Okay, what is this? What are you doing with these left cancels?
These are stair direct cancels.
Why would you cancel them with a left and not a right?
Because it's the same thing with normal stair lag cancels, right? Where if you go left, you only need to hold it for 1 frame, and with right, you need it 2 frames.
So you're going left, up, then right?
Yeah.
That is interesting. Should have a look at these. So, Octorok post outside Eastern. Let's put that on the list. I should have a look at that. What was your time for the whole? Did you give us a time for the whole room?
Yeah, it'll only show here.
25:55. I don't. That's 25.
Yeah, it's
55.
Is the strat hub updated? That command?
What's that?
I was wondering if the strat hub website was updated. I wanted to see what a good time was, but outside Eastern. Okay, I mean it's a full second slower than what Dom got, but
just typing some stuff in there, it's fine. Obviously, this heart is free. If you ever need a heart, just get this heart, please.
Yeah.
Like
it's only 4. I think it's only 4 frames. Maybe it's a bit more, but it's the best heart you can get.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's less than 4. I thought it was like maybe 2 or 3, but nice grabbing the magic. I can't bring myself to do that. That's what, a 2-framer maybe?
3.
3.
Because it saves 16 frames and the boom costs 13.
Okay. I was told 14.9 was a magic refill, but maybe I'm wrong.
I do Nash. I do the last 2 ones, but I mean, I don't always succeed.
Any particular reason you would boom this? Are you tracking the price pack here?
Yes, if I see that a blue rupee drops, then I know this one is green.
Okay.
So then I boom it.
Okay, that's interesting. I stopped tracking.
It's the only real thing I track.
I stopped tracking because I couldn't be arsed. But yeah, it's a little time saved there. So you're a finger pumper?
Yes.
Have you always finger pumped? I see you're doing the doubles too.
I don't do the doubles anymore. I actually just only up here now.
Yeah, the doubles
I
here.
get it to be the same, and
Yeah.
it's less brain power.
Oh, look at this. So one thing I will note to people that you might not notice about this room is a lot of people, including myself, will try to time this chest grab when you don't have the boots. Like, you can actually mash the A, and it looks like you do that. Is that right, Ari? Like, you mash the A button here?
Oh, not even consciously, actually.
You did it twice there, double.
Okay.
To make sure that you got the chest.
I double tap a lot. Like, you can see it in a lot of the things I do. Also, when I menu, I double tap start.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of double taps that I do throughout the run.
That's nice. That's neat. I just wanted to point that out to people. That's a lot of people walk up, they'll push A, and they'll just stand there. And then they're like, oh, no. And then, like, there's no reason to not, like you said, double tap, I mash. Like, it's a good screen to do this on because it wastes no time. And you guarantee yourself not standing there like a tube watching the world go by.
Yeah.
Double tapping start, I've never thought of before. That is interesting. So you don't wiggle then? You hug the left side here?
It's like just one small wiggle. It's like one small wiggle usually, and then I start right cancel, yeah. But here I think I just started developing that, so I didn't do the wiggle first.
I see.
But yeah, diagonal movement on stairs is a little bit better.
Okay.
I can be a little bit more aggressive with the small key, but I miss it too often. Oh, whew. That's a pretty good room.
So, yeah, I want to go back. I was typing there, but what'd you get for time?
802.
Oh, 802. This is disgusting. That is, I can't tell you how hard that is to get that time in the practice hack alone. Never mind in a run. Like, stuff like this is why you are the GOAT. 802, that is really, really, really good. I can tell you that right now.
Ain't too strong.
Anti-fury parts.
Sorry, Kane. Sometimes I have to slow myself down to make myself look mortal.
Okay, that was fast too. That pot up speed was really fast. This will be a really fast time. Like a 1 OX, like that is very fast.
Yeah, so
very fast indeed.
I think with that RNG nowadays, I actually get 5/5x's. But
wild.
Yeah, it also it really depends on when you shoot the arrows on at the Igor as well. Like that, usually that's the main limiting time. In a prachack, it's a lot easier to just push yourself and just read. So in runs, I try to play it a little bit safer.
Okay, curious why you don't double pump here though. Up through this door.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Pretty sure this
Okay.
saves big time. This came from Fox, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure if you double pump here, it saves like 5 frames. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain that it does.
I'll have to look at that.
It's a weird. Don't quote me on that, but I'm honestly sure like it just speeds up this because you're. I think you can double pump all the way up through this door because you don't actually, you're walking, but you don't get control of Link till here. So I think all of these double pump frames get you faster at the door. I think. Take that with a grain of salt. Pretty sure Fox that mentioned that or tested
I can see
that.
it actually.
Fox, where are you? Confirm.
Okay, yeah, solid Pinkus Armos. You
13,
can push
16.
it to like 13, 13, 13, 12, but I find it hard to really tell where the individual frames lie.
Yeah, 1x.
What was my double readies time there? Like, I try to get like mid. Okay, 628. Yeah, usually you want kind of like 622, 623 for like a normal room time. But again, it all really depends on the on when you shoot the Igors, and it's much easier to push yourself.
Yeah. It's a good thing to know about. I've never really optimized that, and I find it tough too.
Yeah, like any time you try to do it a little bit differently, your internal timing is super off. Yeah, I missed the split there.
What was it, I guess? I'm going to have a quick look at the...
Yeah, okay, 46. I mean, with
46.
Sankard, that's really good.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Little pumps there, cheeky pumps. I don't pump these, but I just saw you did a few there.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing else to do, so
yeah.
anytime that I don't actually have to think about anything else, I'll try to optimize it. But I also do try to keep things as simple as possible.
Another double tap there. Double tap activation there. Did I see that?
Possibly.
It's like you double tapped into that talk there. That's what I do. Is it's very exact same thing.
Yeah,
I was going to experiment with hovering.
With Pinky.
Have you ever experimented with hovering into there?
Yeah, I have.
I guess there's a little change from what I do here. Just thought I'd point it out for people. So some people will cardinal here. I like cardinaling, and some people will. Technically, I think the up left should be faster because it's an up. I don't know if it is, but like this slide here, I think it is better movement. I hate it because if you do it too late, you end up here, and it's so bad.
Yeah.
That's why I changed from it. I think 13.0x is what you're looking for here, if I remember.
Yeah.
Or 11, or there you go, 13.01. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get sub 13, but it's really tight. Also, I think in like before charging the spin speed, I think Doom does something different where he does it alongside the Saha house. I'm not 100% sure anymore what he does.
Saw a right cancel there. You always cancel with a right down? Yeah.
I go back and forth.
Between
I've done up lefts, I've done rights. Rights right now feels a little bit more comfortable, but I've also overshot it and then bonked and
yeah. Yeah, there's not much. I mean, for a lot of people, there is just not...
I hate this screen so much.
It sucks.
So
you went hardcore there.
I always do, which is probably why I hate it. But otherwise, it's like barely worth it. So what I do here is that I tap up with my right hand and then down with my left hand. So it's like a really quick up down. But yeah, It's very easy to like over undershoot it.
Yeah, that is going for it. Holy smokes. That's fair. Like that. Respect it. can have a little look at that. And no, I'm not looking at that, actually. I have looked at that before, and I decided that's terrible and stopped it.
Yeah. Very reasonable.
Failing that, it feels gross.
It does. But on the other hand, you need to do it in Feasttown anyway. So for me, it's like practice.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't mean that. I mean like trying to optimize the up down part of it. Yeah. No, I do all the spin speeds, but I just don't optimize it that much because I hate missing it and it just rails me. So
yeah, understandable.
They'll do pretty
This menu
fast.
is just this menu is just pure muscle memory. Like I don't really need it anymore, but it's just nice to have the insurance that you don't get a splashy dashy or whatever. Yeah. But I think ultimately you do it before the desert entrance to kind of get the stair drag cancel there. Yeah, that was a missed dash. Should have been a bit further, but it's not too bad.
I think the one thing that people might not pick up on is some of your like diagonal cancels. Like I think you had one right here.
Yeah.
Like see that down left to left. Like lots of people don't pick up on this, and this is the stuff that it sticks out to me like sore thumb. Like with these little diagonal cancels, they're so good. And I think the farther down you go, at least in my experience, from 124 going from 123, you start to incorporate these little diagonal cancels more.
Yeah.
Especially like for me in like the Lost Woods, like when you get to that section where you're dashing to the Master Sword, I diagonal all of those because it offsets me on the grid for all of the potential bonks that you get in there.
Yeah. Yes. I don't think I did a stair drag cancel with my boots before. Well, here you can also do it, but I double pump, and then here I usually try to do a quick lift. But also before activating, like before reading the book, like usually you want to do a quick tap dash at the top of the stairs to do a stair drag cancel, but I think I missed it here.
Yeah.
I think
like
I was too light with the tap. I usually kind of just like flick my nail over the button. But
actually, this screen here, I actually double pump and use my pinky on the A button.
Oh, okay.
Up here.
That's
yeah.
pretty hardcore.
I mean, I know that from doing one-hand NMG, so I'm used to doing that. With the janky, having to have your hand stretched out. So to me, it just feels normal. But yeah, to other people, I know that it could feel really, really weird and hard. I use that tactic a lot, especially in Escape. I use my finger and middle finger to do pumps, and then I use my fourth or pinky to use like the boomerang or the sword, so that I can pump and just use my other one and free to just pump away.
Yeah, I do that post key rat sometimes.
This is one I know you've talked about, is changing to this upright out the door here so that you can slash this guy early.
Yeah, you want to like hold right out of the door first and then move into upright, because it's a bastard door, so you don't want to get so that's exactly what I do. Right into upright.
Down right dash. So this is
so I moved to just holding straight down into the dash, just to save like a frame or two, but because otherwise you also risk grabbing the statue if you hold down right too far.
What do you do if this guy goes right? Do you just cry?
I don't think I've ever had to worry about that.
So if you're you're telling me if you're fast enough, you can always get this guy?
Yeah.
Interesting. I should maybe...
At least I think so.
What screen is this? This is could be
pre-cannonball room.
Pre-cannonball room. Over here. I don't know if this is on here. I guess it's compass room technically, but yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Rough.
Yeah, I was too slow with the redash on the way up, but still went for it.
Yeah, I'm the same. YOLO that all day long. I actually have changed. I menu in that room. I used to menu in that room, and then I stopped using the menu for spin speed, which I know sounds bizarre, but I find it easier without the menu now. So I actually switched to using it in Popo Genocide, read the RNG.
Oh, that's pretty good too. Yeah.
And it's actually caused me to be able to go underneath the statue and do a long dash up and kill popos on specific RNGs.
Oh yeah. I really like the dash on lots of RNGs there.
Yeah, that was the time 516 flip. Write that down.
For what room?
I think for your
Compass room?
yeah, 'cause that's a big point for people. Like that room loses. Have a look here. Yeah, like this room here, 516. Like that's a like I've heard this talked about a lot about what do we do with this popo, but if you're telling me that you're fast enough that doesn't not an issue, then that's a huge thing to work on. For me anyways. Guys, if you're less than 8, just pick up the rupee. Thank you.
Yep. Yes. Well, it's 8 or less, yeah. Less than 9. You just want to be above 9 after desert, really.
I've changed to 8 now because I will pick up the single and circle of pots that I've told you about.
Yeah.
So it's 8 for me now, but yeah. But even that, I don't recommend to people. Like, you're a little stagger there. Was that on purpose? Like you staggered the movement? Like here, you paused and then continued. Okay, I see.
Yeah, because otherwise I just end up too low. Like I don't want to min-max it too much. So I just want to make sure I'm still on the stairs when I activate it.
How many checkboxes here? Once we start getting into the meat and potatoes later on, there are going to be a lot of more boxes, I think. So yeah, I actually pause right here. And what I do is like, I'm able to read the RNG. So this RNG, you know, if this is going down, like I would actually come under here and I'd go like this and go like this. And it's been a godsend for me because...
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it is rough RNG, obviously. But I really like the dashes. Yeah, I'll always go below the torch here. Like, I don't need to save the 7 frames in this room.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And with the risk of, like, popos getting in the way.
15 torches. I'm going to have a look at my torches, see what I got there.
Yeah, so this was 516.
Torches. What was
so it wasn't a great desert.
Well, I guess you don't have a set
the second time. Yeah, but it was a 46. So, like I had a 1046 Eastern, so it was like a 516 torches. Oh, what did I do there?
I was gonna ask you. That was an interesting movement there. And then
this should have been easy first cycle kill. I don't know. I messed up.
Do you usually stay on the inside pattern there, or is that what you mean?
I usually go like below it, shoot up, and then shoot right.
Go like this, like so doing underneath, up, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you like one. So, yeah, you come down like this.
So usually I go down, then shoot up, then shoot right.
Then shoot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got you.
I don't know what I did here. I might have just not been as comfortable with that pattern back then, but. Still okay, safe.
Oh, dude, this is so good. Like that there, like it's just next level, dude. Next level kill on this Lamo. One, this one right here. Boom. Underneath. Boom. Step left. Boom. Getting ready for this one. Just in time. Like just in time, facing up. Flash. Like. This is just disgusting, dude. Easy finish. Bye, you're the GOAT. That is top tier.
So 604 desert still. It was just really fast Lamo patterns. Like, there's no way that it should have been a 604 with a free cycle when I had a 516 torches.
I've just gone away from this. I hate it.
I don't love it, but
it's the odd time I get nabbed and I don't like it. Even when people tell me, "Oh, it's like I don't know," in the strat for a long time, and I get nabbed every once in a while, and it's not worth it for me. Nice bush guard.
Yeah, so if you see the bush guard there, you know you're not going to get a bush guard in Lost Woods, by the way.
Good to know. So this is what we're talking about here, for anyone else wondering. I see this is, I've stressed it to people enough, like the old way of thinking was you dashed along the screen and then come down, but like I think the new age of people are coming down because you get a line up here and you get to check your pixel right here, so you know that you're on the good pixel here. And then like you also have a screen transition, so you have a million years to read this, so we know that on the next screen it's a straight dash. The only time you'd have to move is if the pickle comes down. If you end up too high, which you can be 1 or 2 pixels off of this slope here, then you just readjust as you go onto the screen. You hold down right and dash again, and you get like 2 chances of being on this pixel. So this is obviously the only time that you have to, unfortunately.
Yeah, of course I don't react to it.
Yeah.
I think I was too focused on the crab.
And,
which doesn't matter, which shouldn't matter, but
for anyone else, just so you know, if you do move down, you must move down and touch this wall here. Super important. If you don't touch this wall, you will actually give yourself a chance to not be on the fake flipper pixel, and that is extremely bad.
Yeah, you can get a pixel boost.
So obviously this pickle knocks you back onto it, but if you walk down, make sure you touch this. It's like, it was Timon that drilled me there. Timon, you're in the chat. You're the one that drilled this into me. Because I wasn't doing that. He was the one that was like, touch that damn wall. So now I've got him in my ear now. But yeah, if you get to this slope and you're not on this wall, it can give you a pixel up, which A, can get hit by this pickle, and B, if you're not watching, you will fail this. Bad, bad news. That was an interesting movement. Did you... Oh, it looked like you down left, but you didn't. It was just the way that Link's animation was there. No swim pumping here from Eri.
I'm not good enough, man.
It's so hard, isn't it? It's so hard.
It's impossible. Some things just don't click even after all these years. It's really, really tough. So yeah, okay, by the way, nowadays I actually have boom here. I use the free menu on Lamo to have boom. It always makes up the time on the pre-old man screen.
You want to see a legend of this? You'll watch one of Eddie's runs. Eddie is absolutely disgusting at swimming. He makes
he says like a full second over us here.
I don't understand it. I do it, but I maybe get it like 10 to 15%, and the other one I might lose a little bit. So like I just YOLO it, and there's that one time it works, and I get some time save. But yeah, nowhere near. Yeah, I don't even understand the tech. How to do it? The timing is some magic.
Yeah, but also how to properly enter the warp, right? Like, because that also matters. You need the proper trajectory.
So yeah, just like what Eri mentioned here, he switches to the boomerang now, which I think is OP. Like the boomerang is so good, so I just thought.
Yeah, because you just always boom the pickle, and it always saves the time. Yeah. Also, having your sword out makes the Deadrock trajectory a lot more predictable, and you don't lose time walking with your sword out. Your walking speed is exactly the same because you're already carrying Old Man behind you.
Yeah, I love the old walk with the sword out. It's the only place in the game where I think it's viable. Might have been able to squeeze the gap maybe with a dash.
Yeah, but then the other one would have landed on me.
Oh,
so, yeah.
rough. That's so unlucky.
I think I
like,
also missed
what is that, dude? Like, come on.
Sick hitbox, man.
Like, what is that?
But if you try to poke a mini Moldor, nah, man, he just walks straight into your face.
This game, man. Dad was really out for blood when he made the hitbox that day. This is interesting. Oh, this is maybe worth a look.
I tried to menu 1 frame earlier, so I can go straight up. But if you overshoot a little bit, you can up left into the warp anyway.
Okay, I need to look at this. I'm gonna put this on my list. Rihera, Old Man Cave Tunnel, game climb, up, right, menu warp. The only reason I don't do it is because I like having the menu here for the quick warp.
Or the second warp, yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I diagonal, so I have the two frames to walk into it.
So you diagonal up left.
Yeah.
Or 2-frame window.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is the rightmost pixel. I look at the edge of the screen. So yeah.
So right here, this is where you're doing your diagonal.
Yeah, so I go a little bit further and then I start diagonaling and then I look at there, yeah. So you have the one light pixel on the jagged edges there. And then if it's just 1 pixel further, they're gone, and that's all the other correct frame.
Yeah. It's the same visual, yeah. No tap cancel there, or
it's the same. Like I double pump here, so I try to do the start track cancel, but I don't always succeed.
Yeah, this is one thing I can't bring myself to do. Hate that trick.
Yeah, I really like it because it's not the same as this boom dash. Because you can hold, like you walk left, face up, and then you do a quick upright into the boom dash. So it's not like a multiple buttons at the same time. It's just like you hold up left, then you boom dash, and then you just transition into up. Instead of this, where you need to press 3 buttons at the same time. So it's just a normal item dash.
Can you say that again? I'm not understanding what you mean.
So, so here you need to press down and the item dash at the same frame, right?
Yeah.
On this trick. And that's really annoying. But on the one upstairs, you just walk upright and then you boom dash.
I got you. I got you. Talking about here?
Yeah. So here you see me walk left, then face up, go into upright, and then do the boom dash. And that makes it not nearly as bad.
Got you. Okay.
One of the hardest rooms in the game.
No! Did you? What happened there?
Well, I wanted to face right, and
I
might have actually just done. I might have like pressed dash and right at the same frame. Yeah. So if you do that, you still grab the torch.
I see. I'm curious, like, this is the one room I really like this coming down here where you face left and you light this torch.
Mm-hmm.
Then you do the lamp dash here and then go like that. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I used to do it for a while, and if it goes right, you actually save like 10-15 frames.
Yeah, if it goes wrong though.
there's more RNGs where the Stelphos is in the way, and he just jumps into you, so I stopped doing it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a try hard one for sure.
Hardest room in Light World. I hate this room so much.
Oh no, rip.
It's not Master Sword, you can't do that.
Even with that mistake, it was still a 1050 though.
Yeah.
Like, even with that going back and going up, like, that's still really good 1050.
Yeah, it lost like a second. Usually, like, I get 10 flat, maybe 9.5x.
And I mean, this is a kind of big thing that I tell people, or like I think that separates, like, say, you from me, is the fact that, maybe not this screen specifically, but like your ability to read what you've done wrong and fix it, like right here, like you're able to just come back, pick this up. I mean, this is probably a bad example, but your ability to just, it doesn't phase you. You just continue and you optimize the mistake and not make it be as big of a mistake as it could be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I find that is the big thing with the top, with, you know, I guess like top two, yourself and Eddie, like your ability to minimize the impact of a mistake is just better than anyone else, and that's why you guys are so good.
Yeah, trying to just minimize the time loss of even if you make a mistake. Having backups for your I don't know how to normalize this. I hate the
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I think it might have to do with when you start an anti-pump on the big rail or something when you hold diagonal, but it's a silly room.
It's just like little, there's just a little tiny thing there. So obviously here's the dash line. So as you grab the chest sliding left, just see that? Boom, chest sliding into it. Like just little 1-2 frames there. It's nice. Have you seen the new setups? Or I mean, I guess what I've been doing for this, where you dash up this line here?
Yeah, I saw you talking about it like a couple streams ago.
It is so good. Like it is so good. It basically, from my timing, it saves half a second on the normal bomb jump.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, because you don't have to wait for the spark anymore, because that's one of the things that slows this strat down. But it basically, it's about 25 to about half a second it saves from my timing versus the normal one, which basically
that's pretty sick.
Minimizes the effectiveness of the early bomb jump a little bit and nerfs it slightly.
Overshot the dash there a little bit, or that's interesting.
Yeah, you can walk it too. It's the same concept. I just prefer the dash, and I'd have to explain to you why. I'd have to show you a video of why, but you can actually lay the bomb in the wall and it bombs you up left, and it's quicker than doing the wall. It's kind of hard. I'd have to show you why. Something I played around with both of them. The other thing too is I find the walk kind of gives you weird mini motorarm patterns. Because you change the room quite a bit by doing so. But
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Oh no!
Oh baby. Yeah, this is. Oh boy.
I never really talk much on boss fights and analysis. I think that weird thing to analyze in a one-run situation.
Yeah, I know, but like I lost like 4 seconds there, so it's pretty embarrassing.
3208, yeah, not good. It happens though. Moldarm's an asshole.
Yeah. Even over the past couple of years, I still learn more and more about boss fights and how to handle different RNGs. So
okay, which one do you want to see, Requiem? I guess if you guys want to see it, we'll have a look at it.
Okay, so I think first hit was fine. I think this is okay. Yeah. Here,
yeah, a little unlucky. That's just unlucky. Sometimes you get that one.
I think there I should have been on the left side.
That's
in hindsight.
unlucky. That's just unlucky again. Any reason why you canceled your dash there?
Like, because I thought I dashed too soon.
Too soon? Like okay.
Yeah. So I prefer, like, I see that he will be in a position where I can stop the dash and slash, so I prefer doing that rather than risk being too soon.
One thing to note out for maybe some newer runners, if you don't understand, is delaying this dash till the head is as close to you as possible before starting the dash minimizes the frame roll somehow. I'm not sure why, but if you'll see that instead of just dashing here, he's going to wait until Modarm. Now, it doesn't necessarily lose any time because Modarm still has to travel through you. You'll see that he's waiting. He's not even charged it yet. Now the charge comes.
Yeah, because when you're hitting him with the sword or like charging your dash, somehow you don't get hit when he's going through you. Only when you like start moving. It is really weird, but it's such a useful tool. And it's especially useful when like he's making even outside of the enrage phase, like during diagonal movements, because then you can actually just charge your dash while Modem goes through you and just not get hit at all. And then you hit his tail.
Does this save time?
No, it doesn't matter.
'Kay.
If you go before or between the rocks.
So you do something there. So DM descent, up left. That's nice. Up left, visual dash. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna start paying attention. My guitar needs work. So I just noticed here when you landed, you up lefted here. Obviously smart because you're going this way. So why would you not up left here?
Mm-hmm.
Very smart. I like that. Massive hop. Yeah, that's another one. Are you up lefting here to try and get this slope dash fast? Is that the concept there?
Actually, I have no idea how to manipulate these slope dashes.
Okay.
I looked at them for like an hour at one point. I was like, I don't know. Nothing matters.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
It's an impossible room. It's such a hard room to optimize.
The tree ripper you can manipulate with an upright. I know that. Like this one you can manipulate with an upright.
Okay.
This is like
upright.
Yeah,
not even up left.
Up left. Sorry, up left. Yeah, I'm getting mixed up.
Okay.
I've started dashing this. I got it to be faster. Dash and quick hop.
Okay. How much?
A couple of frames maybe. I don't know,
okay.
but it is faster, and I don't miss it. I haven't missed it yet.
Okay. I would probably like nudge and overshoot or something.
It's silly, but it just feels good to me, and I get it to be faster. Like I did an average of 10 for each one, and my average of 10 was probably 3 frames faster with it, so I started doing it. But
okay, that seems good then. Like I'm not judging you for doing it. It's just like
like this one right here, like that's an up left into here, and it should be guaranteed every time, as far as I'm aware.
Okay, interesting.
Can't remember who I got that. I'm pretty sure I got that from FSG, that one. Or maybe it was Doomtap. I know Doomtap knows his slope tech very well. Okay, here we go. Here's what I was talking about earlier.
Okay,
This is the gold stuff.
Yeah, so especially on the first one, I like doing a quick diagonal because it offsets me off the grid for sure, which means I have 0 chance of killing the bird off screen. Like sometimes if you kill the bird like too optimal and don't nudge here, the bird will actually be off screen by the time it dies, and then you mess up your tree rupees. But if I just nudge a little bit, it's worth it.
So these are the screens that I have changed recently. I have found that from this grid, I find that an up left offsets me. So I up left here, which stops this bonk, and then from here I do an up left, which stops this bonk, and then I do a down left, which stops this bonk. That's just a personal thing for me, but I love diagonals on the screen.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I agree, Requiem. That's been my experience with it. And that is what Doomtap has mentioned a few times too. I know Doomtap's probably spent a lot of time on slope dashes, and I'm pretty sure he was the one that told me about tree rupees. The down left to keep the bird thing off the screen is interesting though. I've never had an issue with that, but that's kind of, I guess it makes sense if you're optimizing the crap out of the cancels.
Yeah. Also for everyone, like you want to nudge the stairs for like 1 pixel there. So the first movement off from your boots like actually moves you on the stairs for 4 pixels. It actually saves quite a bit of time.
Say that again?
So if you nudge the stairs, like you go past the stairs, like with dashing speed still. So the first movement on the stairs will actually be 4 pixels instead of your normal.
Are you talking about the dash up here?
Like dash down.
The dash down. Okay, so this bit here is just normal. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
But if
then
you
on the,
can frame if you can frame by frame on the dash down, then you can actually see that I like shoot down the
how do you
stairs
do
for
that
like
again?
one frame. I think it's point
Yeah.
or Q. Like point is
Yeah. It's going forward. Yeah, it is. Okay, we got it. Right, this is interesting here. This is the juicy stuff right here. All right, let's go frame by frame. Okay. Okay, so what are we doing here?
So I try to overshoot a little bit before I dash.
Okay, so this is the overshoot here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what does this do?
So now when I dash down,
Yeah.
you can actually like once I nudge past the stairs, you can actually see that the first frame that I'm past the stairs actually go down 4 pixels.
Oh.
It's like the same thing when you start your dash on the stairs, that you move like the normal dash speed and then you slow down to your normal stair speed. And it's the same here.
Interesting.
So here, see, like that was like one big movement, and then you go back to normal.
Like right there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is the gold stuff right here. That's why we're here. This one screen. What does the sword get? So overshoot testing. Do some testing.
No
on
Requiem, because the nudge is like right before the stairs. That's the thing that matters.
So it's just overshooting this specific thing here that makes it work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess we could test this with a bonk here.
Yeah, you could.
If we'd I like to see the actual timing, so I'll be able to go into practice. I can bonk against this and see the difference that it can make.
It's literally 1 or 2 frames, but still, it's
easy.
It's just one of those little things.
Yeah, that's so neat, man. That's so neat. It's also understanding more about the movement tech, which is kind of like the overall goal, I guess.
Yeah.
Super clean. Yeah, this is all just. Where's your exit time?
Yeah, so usually I
3.9.
want to get 202, but
Okay, so why
there's
did we
always
lose time? So you 202, so what's this loss?
like 202 would be really good. Like 203 is still fine. Like there were a couple nudges.
202 is possible, is what you're saying? 202
Yeah.
possible?
Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure with like pickle shots and skipping a red, you can get 201.
Okay.
But of course, that's like optimal.
These little things, if you know these things, feel free to shout them out, because these are the things that are nice to know, like what's possible.
Okay, yeah.
Because I can write those down and be like, hey, this section is possible. I want to get that in practice, that sort of thing. So.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Okay, so by nowadays, I do what you do, where I go to the right and do.
Yeah, this is like super. I don't know why we ever did this, to be honest, but so yeah, obviously the lag here. If you haven't seen it, you can basically just dash up the right hand side here. It like even saves time, but it's like stuff like this that you avoid having to like walk like this and dash and lag and redashing here. It's honestly, it's like you just go up the right hand side. As long as you're over halfway past the heart, it's fine. So much easier.
It's really good.
Oh, this is the strat I can't get behind.
That's understandable.
It's not even that it saves time, it's that it doesn't lose time. That's kind of more of why you do it. You don't have to do with...
I mean, for me, optimally, it ties.
Yeah.
And the worst case is just not as bad. Also, optimal Agate Tower entry is like 245.
245 entry?
Yeah. But I've gotten that like twice. I don't like moving in between the 2 slashes. But I know some people do it.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate everything about it. Oh, okay, question here. Why would you down at the door here? Why would you not just down left and keep yourself facing to the left here and just give yourself a nice dash here? Is there any reason for that? Like, why would you risk grabbing this rail?
Unsure, actually.
I don't know. That's something.
That's a pretty good point. Like usually I try to maximize the dash, so I like just hold down and dash.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then if I don't get the dash, then I just walk. Because like dashing for like not straight out of the door isn't worth it.
Oh, interesting. You'd go for that kill.
What else was I supposed to do?
I would debus through him. And just, I don't know.
I want to keep my hearts.
Yeah, that's
beams,
fair.
Rather. The down dash is very minimal.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, yeah. I don't actually like beams. I prefer not having them. I find the strats are easier without them. I know that's like this room here. I hate the beams on this room. I absolutely can't stand them in this room. Oh
easy.
My God, what is this? What is this? Like, hello?
I have a visual cue for that. I know that I'm on the pixel. I don't know.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, I'm not learning a visual cue for that. That's so sweet, though. Oh, okay. Whoa. I've maybe been doing this room.
I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong there. It's like very minuscule movement differences that sometimes cause the guard to throw spear at you.
I've been going right here instead of left. Is left a thing? I go right and slash down this bat.
No. Like, if you use the bow, it's right. If you use a beam, it's left.
Oh, okay. I've been doing right and I get it every time, so I don't know. That's weird.
Okay. I mean, if it works, right?
I mean, this should be faster, technically.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not super knowledgeable in this room. I do look at it every once in a while, but I don't get as good as times as others do. Like, you should be able to do... You should be able to get like 8-10, but I usually get around 8-20 if I have a good time.
If you don't know the beamless strat for this room, it is so worth learning. It is so good. It's a variation where you go down the right side, you shoot the bat with the bow, and then if a guard is going left or down, you move left, and then you shoot, same thing, and then if he's going right or up, you go right, and you go like that way. It's kind of hard to explain. That's how I was explained to me. It saves a mountain of time though.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that room was so fast. So fast. Holy crap, that was fast. 544 with the slash. That was a slash aggro. I've never done a slash aggro, so I need to look at that.
It should be the same thing as booming.
Yes, it should. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I've never thought about that until I've watched this. This is the gold stuff here, man, and that is so good. 544.
Yeah, so with this amount of arrows, I should actually just shoot the guard, the second guard, instead of beaming him twice. It saves a little bit of time, and I have so many arrows that it's actually worth it.
Yeah, I think it's like 15 or 20 frames or something, is it not? It's pretty substantial, I thought. Oh, actually, it's probably that versus slashing. I don't know, yeah, especially when you're beams, the arrow saves a god amount of time. I just switched to right boom, right pot this week, actually. Yeah, it's a big one, honestly, definitely, for sure.
Here you want to beam the guard, because if it's off screen, you actually save lag on the next screen somehow.
Yeah, it's weird.
Optimizing the movement here is really, really difficult.
So something that's fairly new that Bluntly found out was that you don't have to cancel. You know about this? Yeah.
You can tap dash after the stairs.
Yeah.
It's just as good. Yeah.
That's just for people in the chat. Like, we used to think that you had to cancel your dash. You'll see them canceling. This was like the old way of thinking, is that if you don't cancel your dash, you take the stair drag with you. but what this actually does is it brings this guard into play more. But you can just dash and just literally tap A at the top of the screen, and it does the exact same thing.
Yeah, it
actually
introduces a
one-running
little
it
bit of
from
human error frames, but it's not too bad, yeah.
I'm just gonna use the washroom while Aga's doing his thing.
Oh yeah, look at this amazing gameplay. The tech smashing. Yeah, exactly what I say. Like, I like doing it beforehand anyway, because timing it after the stairs is a bit tough. I'm not good enough, Cortez. The real question is, why didn't I just set Aga RNG to 0 blue balls? That would have been smart. Welcome back.
The stuff I'm really interested in is the Dark World.
We're balling.
I can kind of keep up a little bit, like obviously not as good, but I can keep my Light Worlds a lot closer to like you than I can my Dark. Once you get to the Dark World, you just run away. You know, like I can, you know, like I can get like a 27 2x guitar, like a 24, a 23. Like I can capable of that. But once I hit the Dark World, it's like how are you getting?
Yeah.
You know, like this is when I'm not good. So this is where I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to things, I think.
Yeah, so Aga, the distance you are from him doesn't actually matter until the last hit. Like if you know you're on the last hit, you definitely want to be as close as possible, so the ball hits him as fast as possible. But until then, the warp times are actually the same.
I think 27, 23. Wait. Hold on. But bring it up and show up.
This, by the way, is like the only time where I really like having auto splits, just because you don't have to worry about splitting and starting your dash. It's so annoying.
But this is best split times. I don't know how so 27, 22 is my best Aga T.
Yeah.
29 flat is my best.
Like, wait, you haven't had a 28?
I haven't.
I'm shocked.
I know. I just never have good blue ball luck. I put 2x's up quite a bit, but I never get the luck on my. I've had like a 20. I've had like a 29, 01, 02 with one blue ball and things like that.
Yeah.
I've just never had the 0 on the good run.
Yeah, I understand.
I think 29, I think I had 29, 02 with one blue ball is like my best Light World.
Oh, I have an interesting thing about the Hinox. If he throws a bomb to the right, you only want to dash half a tile lower than usual, and then you can just dash to the right and not have to worry about the second bomb because you will always dodge the second bomb. So here he throws to the right, so I'm like half a tile lower, and this would still be okay even if he throws another one to the right.
Interesting.
You don't have to like re-dash or worry. Like, the second bomb won't hit you if you're a little bit lower.
This is the gold stuff. All right, so you're saying the Hinox bomb, half a tile lower.
Yeah.
Bomb don't do shit. And by half a tile lower, you're meaning I used to thought it was a full tile lower, but you're saying that if your head is just below
Yeah, I
This-
usually look at my the shadow aligned with the flowers, like the top row of flowers.
I guess I'd probably use the lake, maybe, for
Yeah,
me.
that seems pretty good too.
And below the lake. I can test this, but that's really, really good to
Yeah.
know. I got this RNG in my last run, funnily enough. I was cursing it all day long.
Yeah. This screen is so hard. Yeah. I usually cancel the dash a little bit early there before I enter the overgrown part. Because if you nudge and then you suddenly speed up and then you bonk. So I usually just cancel it early, but it loses a little bit of time.
Beautiful diagonal here. Still good. Love it. It's one of my favorite screens, actually. Don't ask
It's a
me
really
why.
fun screen.
Oh,
but
that's
it's really
interesting.
hard.
So just maximizing this dash here.
Yeah.
Interesting. So maximize first dash with a down. Makes sense. Because there's nothing to grab there, right? That I can
Yeah,
see.
correct.
So yeah, why would you not?
Yeah, I overshot a little bit, so I nudged a little bit, but it's not that terrible. Like in the end, a lot of these like one tile diagonals or cardinals are mostly preference because they only like gain or lose you 1 or 2 frames.
Makes the hop. Oh, mid. Looks like a mid hop there. So you usually down left here. The
Down
down right, sorry,
right,
down
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten hit by those Medusa heads too often.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I just thought I'd point that out to people that. So what he's doing is if you just walk down and dash turn, these Medusas can light your ass on fire. So by doing it down right, you avoid these. See how they fired? Now he's moving and then he dashes. Like these fireballs are going above his head. I totally agree. I hate this. Funny backstory here for people.
Oh no.
I have a thing that I have to write down here because I had been notorious after playing Randall for so long. I would continually go up this side all the time. I did it in NMG twice in League last time.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I had to make myself exclamation mark thing to remind. So what I actually started doing now is when I go in the room the first time, I go up the right side. Now when I go on, I go left side, so I go right, left, right, and that reminds me which way to go.
The mental reinforcements.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah,
rough.
I messed up there. Yeah, so I probably didn't even need to do the second slash there just because I was so slow. I probably just tried to press like dash out of the door too early.
This double slash here, I got this from Mary. This is really good. Just slash, then slash. The reason you do 2 slashes is you need to bait the... Well, this is a bad example, but you need to bait that fireball like here. So by doing that second slash, you bait that fireball, and it's perfect timing to just quick hop off the ledge there. It's really, really good. And a way to see if you've done this room really good is when the frame that you do this, how high up the Stalfos is.
Nice.
So
I never actually looked at that.
You never looked at that? Yeah, if he's on the ground, you didn't do well. That's how I always say it. If you're bad, this guy's on the ground, that means you did the room terrible. Well, not terrible, but not as good, I guess. Like if you do it really, really good, like that style force can be way up there if you get like frame perfect. Like if you frame perfect this, you can catch them like way up there. That means you did like something
Okay,
super
okay.
good.
I'll take like 2 or 3 frames off.
Yeah.
No, I just mashed Y. Some people time like after. No, maybe after text boxes I like time it with like a LRY, but like for small keys I just mash Y.
Are you an LRY masher there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so
No, I'm a timer. Like
a timer.
for text boxes, I am a timer. But for small keys, I am a masher.
Okay.
Yes, I am also an arrow masher. No, it's hard to say. So like the principle with double tapping applies for me with bows as well. So even though it kind of feels like I'm mashing, I actually just tap Y twice for every arrow. Oh. I guess he did.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and look at it. He probably seen that because I've been drilling into him about this floor. There wasn't really much to talk about at this point here, but yeah, just I guess what he's talking about is if this jelly moves like here, you can still do this strat and go up the left side of the jelly.
Mhm.
Whereas some people will slash this jelly because they're scared of it, but 9 times out of 10 you can go up the left side with the same strat and avoid having to slash him. I think that's what he's talking about. Yeah. Oh, the double pot. That looks so weird to me. Let's hammer up.
Thank you.
I'd say pot is my best Dark World split. Not my. I was gonna say it's my best gold, but it's probably my second best gold.
Nice bonk.
I have low 603, which I'm pretty happy with.
Yeah, that's really good.
And I had a couple mistakes in it as well. Like, I know I can get a 601 here, so like I'm not really concerned about pods. That's a lot of resetting and doing Dark World NMG that got me good at pods.
Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, even with the bonks, like a 46 statue is kind of what you're aiming for.
Yeah, that's what I want to get OSA. I've been on 601 pace many times. I just haven't had the helmet RNG, or I've made a mistake, or
Yeah.
I've had a 603, 604 low with bad turtles before, so I mean that's practically like 602. Just made a mistake, whatever. But
Yeah, there's just so many big time losses by RNG, like between helmet turtles, like different jellies. Like jellies really add up too. Oh, by the way, like if I do look at the drops here from the mix, so I got the 10 drop, which I know that the 5 drop is next. So it kind of sometimes reinforces what I do in GT. Like I know that I'll probably get a 5 drop from one of the mimics in GT. So I don't need to like really worry.
Okay, can you explain, like, what do you mean?
So the arrow price pack is 5 hard, 5, 10, 5 hard, 5, 10, 5 hard, 5, 10.
Okay.
So I know that the next drop from Mimics is going to be a 5 arrow pack. So that means that I don't need to. That I will very likely get a 5 drop from Mimics in GT. Which means that I know I'm going to at least have enough arrows for Mimics, and that I don't need to get like 2 chests, for example.
So we're here. So, okay, so 5, 10, and then the next one's a 5. So you're saying that the next Igor that you kill you're saying Mimics 1?
Yeah, that's the next one from that pack.
But what if it's a 50% drop date though, right?
Yeah,
So
it's a
like
50% drop. So, but it's a 75% chance that they get a 5-pack.
Where are you getting the 75% from? Because you're getting 250% chances at it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, got it. I need to confirm that there. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I definitely would not have thought of that. So that's an interesting point. I main back arrows because I like arrow strats and gauntlets. So I'm always like, I want to have like 5 or 6 arrows going into gauntlets just because of the way that. Sorry, we never looked at the statue 10. That's the initial reason we went back here.
Oh, it was 46.
46, okay. 46 without a menu. Okay,
I
yeah.
I do Joe mimics. It's like the one very suboptimal strat that I do. I just like have a secondary.
Joe mimics is OP, man.
It's just so comfortable.
Yeah. Those pumps save way more time than you think. Like pumping here, I don't know why, but pumping here saves so much time. I don't know why it is though. $8.18. Nice.
Yeah, that's a really good circles.
818 we said. That little,
818,
I think I need to improve that room a little bit.
Oh, I think I was on the key dash pixel there. Yeah, pretty sure. No, I wasn't. I was 1 pixel low, actually. Yeah, I was 1 pixel low.
These are the time saves that I'm not interested in at the moment. I know, like, Flipio, someone I game with a lot, he knows all these, like, visual cue things for the pixel dashes. I kind of focus more on the moving the elf faster kind concept for the moment. Really need them in my game. Like, I like things like dropped, like, tracking the rupees, and I just want all my brain power to be on screen transition, dashing, and things like that. Just dash, dash, dash faster.
Yeah, it's so much about like pushing every transition a little bit more, like dashing after a transition instead of like walking like for 3 frames. You try to push it to 2 frames.
This is before the pod hover, right? I'm guessing.
Around the same time, but I wasn't like
actively doing it.
Yeah. Like also my gold is still 6 flat, so.
Yeah, 60.
606.
606.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like, I'm usually really happy with that. Anything 608 or less, I'm usually okay with that. Anything higher, I'm usually a little bit sad.
Yeah, it was the bonk on the last time I was in lobby, and then Helma was just really rough. Like, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do to make that even faster.
Yeah.
Helma is just such a big variance.
It can be like a 3 or 4 second variance. Well, but I'm pretty sure it's like a 3 second variance or something like that. It's the worst of the best, like a double down versus like a left, right, left. It's just awful.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with double fireball, right? Like, you have to maneuver so much more.
Oh, Requiem in shambles. So another thing to note about this room is you want to cancel with ABXY, but then once you get to the last text box, you don't want to push X because you can map here.
Yeah.
Like right here.
Like every yes no, you kind of just want to only mash A.
So pay attention up here. Don't sit and do four-finger mashing for this whole thing. You will mirror. It's very sad. Not mirror, you will map.
Yeah. Also, you want the last text box. You can also hold up left, so actually move before you get the shovel.
This is interesting. This is my old movement. Is this how you do it?
Probably, yeah. Let's see. Left
Like
into
moving
up
left into
yeah.
up left? Oh. You don't just hold up left and just land on the pixel?
No.
Oh.
No, because there's just human error frames anyway, so I kind of just move up before I shovel anyway. So
Okay.
I'd rather just have like this internal timing for when I menu and doing the up left.
Okay.
Because here I need to move up left, like a little bit of up left anyway. So because I was on the right quick warp pixel.
What I do is I just do the up left and I pause, and I pretty much get the quick order every time. If I'm on the good pixel, it's just a spam. If I don't, I just continue holding up left into the flip menu and it moves me one pixel.
Okay.
I'd have to show you, but I used to do exactly what you were doing, and then I changed to the other way, and I was like, how did I ever do like this before? It's so easy.
It's just really comfortable for me.
Yeah,
and I don't know. It gives me... For me, it's just easier to adjust if I'm a little bit lower.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I did what you did for years. It's really good. I can't remember where I got the idea from, or like someone told me or was asking me like, have you tried this?
Whoa. 722? That's really good.
That's what I want to get here. I've never timed this stream. I got hit here the other day. Oh my god, for the first time in about 4 years. I had no idea how it happened, but I got hit and I was super sad and salty for the whole of Thieves' time.
I can imagine.
Was...
if both catches you, it's over.
And what was I trying to do? I was trying to slash him and I had spin speed state.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't. I mean, that's so one of the things that they will mention in FMG is if you go up a little higher here and go across this flower patch, it manipulates the guard so that he'll never hit you here.
Oh, that's the flower. I never knew which flower they were talking about.
Yeah, that's the flower they're talking about. Yeah. And I went back to watching it because I watched in my run. I cut it here like too much, and that's why I got hit. So now, I just make sure that you're cut. That's what they mean by covering this flower patch. If you're wondering,
7 years later, and I also learned.
It is true because I didn't cover it and I got hit. So like they're not wrong. I ate shit.
Okay.
So
low 150 flute activation. We take those.
Low 152. Okay. So
150. Low 150 is good. You can get 40.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get 49s, but like, you need like very few nudges and good movement and no lag.
I need to look at this screen. I've been doing like the one where you walk up a bit, but it's having some minor issues with it sometimes, and I can't explain why. Apple tree. Why did they call it apple tree? What the hell? That's hilarious.
Imagine not naming it after the worst room in
I think I
Super Metroid.
stole some of the names from the rando community, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, what a nudge.
Just to see how you did you do it down.
Yeah, if I do like an up left, then I just transition into left too much, and then I grab the bush and I cry. Yeah, that was a gnarly nudge. Okay, it's still 56. We don't complain about those. You can be a full second faster though.
Yeah, I'm happy with 56. 6 entry. I mean, I know 55 is possible.
Yeah, my best is 55.5.
I haven't ever had a 55 entry yet. I think like a 56-4 maybe is like my best, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, for newcomers, people always get confused about this. So this fireball, so when you enter this room, right, this fireball will go right, and then it will either go straight down or go up. And what it does is what you do off the stair. If it goes up, you need to actually walk up and to this tile here and go along this line. Whether you walk or dash is irrelevant, really. And if it goes straight down, you walk along this line. It's kind of weird, but you'll see area goes up and it goes along this line here because the fireball went up. It's super strange.
Yeah. The problem is if you go too far up, you already load that fire snake, and then sometimes he gets into the way when you open the door. Yeah, it's for lag manipulation. Or management, rather.
Yeah, I always go higher as well. I guess that answers my question as why is that snake in the way, but now you've just answered my question. So going too high here
Loads the fire snake, yeah.
So too high loads fire snake. Thank you. Okay, that's good information. Again, if people are just coming in or weren't here before, I am using a tracking sheet here. I linked it earlier if you want it. So this is kind of what my tracking sheet looks like so far. So I have these rooms all marked, checked marked. I have notes like what I'm meant to be doing for each of these screens. So when I'm finished this or when I get my next practice session, I can reference all of this without having to skim through, you know, a 3-hour video or whatever it is. So just thought I'd point that out again. I'm a huge believer in this. If you want the sheet, just let me know and I can forward it on to you. Sure, my music's not going to cut out.
We missed
Yeah, I'm gonna go back.
the previous room. Yeah.
Gotta make sure my music wasn't gonna do something EMC or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Auto track to something. Oh,
Oh my
what
god.
happened there? Just went too high,
I
maybe?
was too greedy, yeah.
Yeah.
Big silly.
Oh, this is gold. This is So
yeah, I should. I needed to be perfectly aligned there to not get hit, which is really tricky.
So something that people don't know about at the top level is if you start this dash here like Eri did right here and you get that dash off and you make it past here, you actually beat this anti-fairy on the left side. It's super cool, but that's what he was going for here, and unfortunately this got in the way, but it was nice to see. This is really like OP if you can get it, and it's completely RNG dependent, but it's getting past this here like that. So this is the optimal way to do that. And then right here, this is where this dash. Yeah, he was absolutely beating it here. 100%.
Yeah, I would have.
100%.
Pretty sure.
I've labbed that room more than I'd like to admit. It's so tight, man. Like when you you literally will clip into the we call them Lindas now. So I've got a mentee, and she didn't know they were called anti-fairies, so she just called them Lindas. So now we just call them Linda in our practice. So good.
We have all the women linked to the past.
Stacy and Linda.
Katy Perry outside of Hera.
Yeah, Katy Perry. Maybe touch on this from here because there's a few different things. So you'll see slash timing. Obviously, there's different ways of doing this. This is just a way that you can normalize it.
Yeah.
Basically make it the same every time. Stacy's the
Isn't that
actual
the-
fairy. That comes from I think that came from, who did that come from? Someone that used to game 2 or 3 years ago, and they kept calling it Stacy. There's a good clip of him the first time it comes out and fucking raging because Stacy ran away. And he couldn't get the fairy.
This was a pretty good room, by the way. Before, like, yeah, this one. So the Patrick Star like hangs around there. So I know that if he goes up, you can slash through and then use the iframes to actually walk through it. It's
Interesting. How would that differ from hammering?
I mean, hammering is slower than slashing.
Yeah. But the hammer would still work, right? Hammer and then... Because
Yeah.
what I'm thinking here is the hammer and dash would save time. Like, if you came down, you hammered this and dashed out the room, it would make up the
dash
difference between the
is-
slash.
The dash isn't that much faster,
No.
sadly.
Okay.
But you can test it. But I found this to be just a little bit faster.
Okay. Fair enough.
And it's so swag to just walk through it.
Okay. Got you. I can put that on my list.
Just the core.
Thank you. Cool. S/iframes. Nice. We got a walker in the chat and the arrows. Let's go.
I wish I could dash, but I'm just so bad at the dash
Me
here.
too,
so-
dude. Screw that dash. It sucks. The only time I dash is if I have beams. I will dash that room. Because I don't like slashing with beams. Funnily enough, I just found out not too long ago that going down the left side doesn't lose any time, even though it should. But going left or right, like, remember I sent you that video? It's so silly. But just go down the right
I
side.
remember you telling me about it.
But going down the left side and dashing loses no time. But anyone can explain why? It makes zero sense when you see it, but it doesn't lose any time going down the left side, according to the practice site. So take that with a grain of salt. Which should go against anything that we know about, like movement. Oh, nice.
Okay, so by the way, if the Stalfos goes down, you kill it with the dash, and it's a frame faster, and for me easier to pick up the pod instead of hammering it. But it only works if the Stalfos goes down. So if I like picking up the pod more than I like hammering it. But of course, if the Stalfos goes up, you need to hammer it to also not get screwed.
Thought I'd throw in a tidbit that I messed around with just for some people. It is a little bit slower, but I actually experimented with pausing right here and switching to the bombs and then like slashing the Stalfos out of the menu if he's in my way.
Okay.
It's about 15 frames slower. But if he's not in the way, then it's free and doesn't lose any time, and you need to menu anyways. But I actually did that for a while because I hate this room and I just hate everything about it. But that made it more consistent. You might even see me do it in Lee because I'm more consistent with it. So I like pausing, reading the RNG, and just in a run when it's more of a race situation because getting hit there just hurts my soul.
Yeah.
You can still sub 7 TT, just gotta get better. I know. What is the limit of 7 flat is like the limit?
No. Eddie has a 59.
Okay, so he has a 59, 659.
Maybe it's a 58. I don't know what he got at this point.
It's my gold. My gold.
I can
is-
imagine 58 being possible.
703 is my gold. So it's 3 seconds away from gold. Not too bad. I'll take that.
Yeah, so far it is just an okay Dark World. Like, I'm not super stoked about 706 Thieves, but with that Hellway, I don't know what to say.
Better look at this room actually. This is a room that needs work. Just
What, the brewery itself, or
yeah, just
the
the
bomb?
brewery, the brewery bomb. I've been doing all sorts of weird stuff there because I've been crapping myself. So I need to just, it's just an own personal thing there. Okay, I am converted to Top Rock. It's so good.
I need to look at Top Rock. I like every year I spend like 15 minutes on it. I'm like, nah, not consistent enough, but I should.
The one thing that I explained to you, like, I can show you what I found out, but basically with the Top Rock, you get the menu. In the menu, you get to read the visual cue, so you know you're on the Top Rock pixel or not. If you're too far, if you push B into A, you talk to the rock, the frog, and then it cancels the slash animation, and then like you save that time.
Oh,
So
that's insane.
yeah,
Okay.
talking to the frog cancels the sword slash. I mean, you're not canceling it all, but you cancel half of the animation, so it makes the backup not as bad. I can show you a little tidbit. It was actually Flippool that showed me all about it, and then I said I wasn't doing it unless I had a backup, and that was what I came up with, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Still loses time over doing the just the regular if you have to do the backup, but I mean at that point there it's like 5 to 7 frames. I don't know.
Yeah,
Either
okay,
way.
but optimally you save like 12, 15, right?
Yeah,
Something
it's
like
worth
that.
it. It's like a 10 to 12 win versus like a 7 loss or something like that. It's a pretty good margin.
So as long as your success rate's above 50, then it seems pretty worth it.
Yeah, I'd say.
Sounds doable, especially with the menu. That seems pretty good.
Ooh,
yeah, I overshot it there.
Okay, here's one that I was told the other day. So this was something I think was it Retro pointed out to me. So Doom Tap here actually does an upright into this here, which gets him onto this here. I call this the Doom slide. Right here, he uprights into the screen and it moves him upright a pixel, which gives him a consistent dash line right here every time as well.
Interesting.
Something that Retro pointed out to me that he saw Doom do, so I call that the Doom slide. If you watch a video, you'll probably see him do it. It's kind of neat.
Yeah. So I kind of look at when I get my sword, I want it to be a 126. This was a 127 because I had to equip my dash before the warp.
So this time is a 126 right here.
Like whenever you like the sword up could be a 126 optimally.
Like this here, 126 optimally. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Show what I do for that top rock as well. 6 sword up. There's another trick. I can't hate that fence dash.
I understand.
I do it if I'm feeling it, but I can't get the muscle memory good enough.
Yeah. Nice bush skull. So preferably you want a 207 skull width entry.
7 entry. This is a hard screen. I'm curious what you get for the screen. 1247. Have a look at this, see what I get for that screen. 1247 inch.
Yeah, so a mummy statue should be sub 13, but
this is why I love this resource, because you can actually take this resource and go to your practice hack and actually practice a room. Like, I know that you got a 1247 RTA and a run. I should be able to match that with a few attempts, and if I can't, then I need to fix it, right? If you're beating me at an RTA versus, you know, an attempt of 10, then there's something wrong and I need to work on it. You know, that's kind of the way that I look at it, you know? So this like resource is like super gold. Oh, I love and hate this trick.
Yeah.
Interesting way to do it. I never thought about backing up to it though. I space right and I do the same thing you're doing, but I never thought about slashing left and doing it. That might be worth a look at it. Ah, okay, that's something new. I like that.
It took me so long to actually get consistent at this. This was one of the hardest tricks for me to actually incorporate.
Still fail every now and then, or is it like you got it in the bag?
At this point, very rarely. But there were definitely moments where I really got frustrated and just stopped doing it for a week or two.
I'm doing practically the same thing here, Oasi, except from I turn to the right here and I go upright. Why, I don't know, but that's just how I came up with it, and that's what I've been doing, but...
If you menu a frame too early, you can actually uplift through the spike. You don't need to be exactly aligned with the spike.
So like right here?
Yeah, if you're like 4 pixels further to the right, you can actually uplift, and you don't get hit.
Appreciate the happy affiliate anniversary. It must be.
Okay, this was actually like a really good dungeon so far.
Right part.
The overworld was pretty crap, but
I was actually just talking about this. I guess I thought that maybe I mean I came up with the strat myself, but I guess Louis does it as well. But I now walk in this room, so you just walk and then you dash turn up and you end up above this mummy. And then you just grab this pot and you go bang bang and up.
yeah, but you skip the magic then, right?
You do. It's slower because you can get like a sub 8 with it. Like I can get like a 7.5x, but it is slower, like 744. That's really, really good. Oh, I guess no, but that's with the fire rod dash, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So there's probably like what, an 8 flat. So yeah, that strat's an 8 flat, but you lose the 13 or 16 frames, whatever it is. Yeah, so it is slower. I hate that strat that you just did. I hate it with a passion. So I had to find something else, but yeah. I just found it interesting that I just saw a video that popped up with Louis doing it, and I was like, oh, that's the strat that I do. Except he did it with the dash, which is, I guess I'd say it's not recommended because it takes you off the grid when you cancel it, but... Yeah, for sure. Pretty sure I got the fastest time in that room. In fact, no, I do. Like on Strata, but like I have the fastest time for that room. That's like one of my claims to fame. I grinded it for so long. I can't even remember what the time is. It's ridiculous though. 7:32 maybe or something.
That's nuts. I don't know where I lose all the time in that room, but I'm apparently just not very good at it. Because that's pretty, like 744 is pretty much what I usually get with the fire out dash. So I'm probably doing something wrong.
It's probably one of the hardest rooms in A Link to the Past, in my opinion. Like to optimize.
Oh yeah, it's super input heavy. Like with all the different inputs too, right? Okay, I don't know. Like, was that 518 with like missing the having to cut off the dash because of otherwise going into the warp and getting a bush skull? Like, that's nuts.
Yeah, this is nutty stuff. That bomb jump saves so much time, man. So much time. Yeah. Like, it's got to be a couple of seconds-ish?
I think it's like a second and a half.
And the if you got the big balls, the hover saves even more. Like, the hover saves like another second over like that. If you really want to get ballsy with it.
Yeah, because you saved the menu. Yeah. So...
Well, technically you save the menu and you save a bomb, so you can do one less bomb pickup. You want to go big picture with it.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
My guideline usually...
Sorry, we'll go back here.
So usually, split time wise, like my milestone is that anything sub 48 should be comfy 123 pace.
Sub 48, okay. Yeah, I've always known that. Personally, it's an interest. Yeah, that number I've heard thrown around. Or I really like the strat. I think Doom also does this. I've taught people this too,
Yeah,
but I love this.
I need to do it. It loses me 10 frames because apparently I'm just not as good, and I just hate the idea that I
Bonking.
lose 10 frames.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we got it. Comfy for a 122 player. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I say.
48 skill is. Oh, that is what?
What? What did I do? Did I cancel? I canceled the dash.
Yeah,
didn't I?
barely. Yeah.
Oh
People
no.
are wondering, just you want to be on this. That's why this
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, like that's that is so
Oh
like.
my god.
That's good. This is an uplifter. This I know for sure. The uplift should guarantee this slope dash to be fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is another
It
Doom
should.
tap one, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, that is so rough. Yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah, getting hit in Ice Palace is painful.
Yeah, so usually I want a 118 quick pickup. But
What-
yeah, if you get hit, it's
What I found,
shambles.
Oasi, is not up lefting. So what I mean by that is like not holding up and then going into up left, but doing it from a dead stop neutral. So like I walk up and I release and then I tap up left and I do it from a neutral stop. And for whatever reason, that seems to like, I get it like every time.
That's interesting.
But I mean, take that with a grain of salt. That I found it works for me, but it could just be my timing as well. Try it out, see if it works. For you, Oasi, it might work a little bit better, but what the hell? What the fuck is happening to your screen? What happened there? Like,
Probably screen tear.
is that just me? No, it was just
Huh?
my screen.
Oh,
Never
okay,
mind.
okay. Yeah, so 153 is kind of the golden standard. 152 Zora talk is good. 151 is possible.
Okay, so where is this coming from then? So the
Like when your dash stops.
when your dash
So
stops,
this was like low 154.
like right there. That's
Yeah,
what we're
yeah.
aiming for. Okay, good, because I suck at Ice Palace. Huge suck balls. So
But I don't know, you menu to mirror at the start of the split, right? So,
I do. So that would be like a
Yeah.
52 then, maybe. What I should be shooting for?
Well, you would 54 then, right? Because you add a second. You don't subtract a second.
Yeah. So what am I aiming for right here when I dash up here? Right here.
So for me, like 153 is okay. 152 is good. So
Okay.
you would probably add a second to either of those.
So
Like I can
154.
get 151, but it's so hard.
For target. Okay. Nice pumps.
Yeah, you just kind of want to incorporate as many little pumps there because it really speeds you up. So nowadays I menu like when I'm below the rock. So if the little Zora's in the way, I can go the reroutes. But that was after, like this was before that got found.
Yeah, this is the
So yeah,
Louis menu.
that's where you menu. Yeah. But it would have been pretty dangerous now. You would have had to slash
Yeah.
off before the crab actually goes into your face.
It has its own set of caveats that go along
Yeah.
with it. So you got a 248.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
can get 245s, but again, I've only had like 3 or 4 of those.
246 is looking pretty good.
Yeah, so you would probably aim for 247.
The
It's just like a
247 with
good
30.
entrance. With that, you should, like with a 247, you should still be able to get a 609.
Wait, so 247 entrance would be a 609 ace. Okay, good to know. I have a lot of janky stuff that are doing his palace, so I probably lose a
Oh,
second.
true, because, yeah, your IPBJ,
Because
right?
my PBG route's different. I do the fire rod strat, but that's why my pods are faster and my thief turns are faster because I only get the one pot on hammering up, so I save 25 frames there, and I don't get the thief's turn bomb, so I save the 40 frames there, but I give it back in ice.
Yeah.
Because my fire rod strat is half a second slower than the optimal. So my ices will inherently be slower because I have that time loss plus my IPBJ. So I'm going to say my ices inherently will be 2 seconds slower than the top runners. But I should still be able to shit out a 611.
Yeah,
with
sure.
these strats.
Yeah.
Which I haven't. My ice is terrible. Like, my ice gold is shocking. Like 614. Well, it's okay, but it's nowhere near good enough.
Yeah, you can't, like, 614 is what I got when I first got my 124.
This is where I need a lot of work.
Yeah. So very theoretically, I probably could have deboosted off of the top bar 8, but that's so risky.
Ah, yeah, the old jelly boost. Love it. I love a jelly boost, I do. Like,
it was a bit high. It was shot. Yeah.
The 20 framer, like, love it.
Yeah.
I used to do it. No, I don't. I feel like I just hold on for dear life when I get to Ice Palace. Oh, okay, this is a good, like, what is this? I don't understand this.
Me neither.
Okay, so what's
don't do this. I don't do this anymore.
Okay. So
because I get knocked straight down too often.
So you're going off of these spikes now?
Only if the conveyor is going right.
Oh,
if
it's
the
going
conveyor
right, you just walk.
If the conveyor is going left, I just walk to the key and then
dash. Okay, okay, that's what I standard. Okay, that's, yeah. I've never understood that boost.
Also, because the conveyor was still going to the left, I should have just held down right when going into the key door, because then you get snapped in front of the door.
Like
it's
this
actually
here?
really good. Yeah, but here you see that I hold straight right, and that's bad, because then you don't get the snap. But that's only if the if the conveyor goes to the left.
If we're going left, food, I mean, I don't usually go in here like this, but I do on occasion throw this dash turn in here because I'm just like, I know this is kind of like, I don't know. I get to the point where, like, I get so upset that I don't care if I lose my run. So I'm like, right, I'm dash turning here because I just want to save this time.
Yeah.
Don't recommend that to anyone, but that is just how I play and how I am sometimes. I'd rather
Yeah.
throw everything at it, and if I mess it up, then I don't mind starting again to get that second to make me feel better about my times. This is another one I don't do.
Man.
What was that time?
I was so washed.
What did you get for a time here? 6:30. So
I
you
lost
2 seconds. Holy smokes, dude. Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah. So, also my stair entry past IPBJ, like I used to say +2 minutes is my sort up time. So it was like 4:13. So I would expect to get a 6:13. Nowadays, it's a little bit faster. It's
right
more
here,
like 1:58. Yeah.
So you're seeing this stair time is a 4:13. So
So nowadays, I can usually get like +158 instead of +2 minutes. But that's kind of what I used to look for around your level.
Yeah, this is the Poyo slide. Poyo's claim to fame.
Yeah, I love the strat. I love when you found it. It was actually so standardized and good. And I'm actually really good at the strat, but of course I failed here. I'm sorry. dude, I love that strat so much.
Yeah, it's
Also, even if you go down the stairs normally, it ties when you walk, instead of dashing and then going up.
Okay, here's a room that I can't bring myself
Oh,
to do.
dude,
This is just so...
this it's so good.
Yeah, I know you've talked about this before.
Sadly, I got nudged up, so I lost the whole frame. Tragic.
So what are you getting? 539. I should put that on my stats from this block push. 539. Look at that. See what I get for that room.
Yeah, I don't know what the trick is. At some point, it clicked. It's picking up the pots, and then just pushing down long enough to push the block, but not going over the switch. It's really hard.
I don't talk much about boss fights.
Yeah. I mean, 614 is reasonable. I don't know what I'm comparing against here. Maybe average.
Okay, what is this bird dash? I've never done this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so out of a neutral,
Okay.
you press flutes, then you
Okay.
walk to the right until you reach the dark line on the edge of the cliff, and then you just dash turn left.
All right, here we go.
Or dash to the left.
Here we go. Juicy stuff. Okay, so out of menu, you're doing a neutral Y spam.
Yeah.
Neutral Y spam. Then walk right to the dark pile. Then dash turn. So like this is your visual, then you turn. And is this 100% consistent?
Yes.
Okay. We'll put that on my list to learn. I've been learning bird stuff recently, and this is one that I haven't looked at, but I'll put that on my list. It's down right there. It's a wee sneaky one there, wee one framer. I saw it.
Yeah.
Little wee one framer, lovely. I really like pausing here, but yeah, I saw that.
Look at this little claw pump, like with my left index, do a little sneaky pump. It's so uncomfortable. It's so not worth it.
I really like this menu here. I know you don't like the human error frames, but what I found now is I'm pausing a frame or two before, then out of the menu, I do a one framer into a hammer.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I think that's pretty good.
I gotta kill that guy more. I'm YOLO that way too much, and I shouldn't. That can't be worth, is it? Is this hammer dash worth?
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Time it for yourself.
Time for yourself? Okay, I mean, I do it and don't, but I've never really... Yeah, what would this be?
I actually argued about this with Greenham. I vividly remember. Yeah, dude, what are you supposed to do there, man?
Hammer dash test. Okay. Pull that.
Tragic. Worst of both worlds. No, I don't even get the quick warp.
Rough. You do the same strat as me, it sounds like. Are you like walking up the stairs and then you pause to see your pixel?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then do you tap cancel off the stairs out of the menu?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, this is so broken. Yeah. It's so broken.
Yeah, it's so good. Getting the adjust plus the dash tap, it's... Yeah, like the Moblin was too far to the right before he threw the spear, and then the Ropa jumped really high, so it was the worst of both worlds. I don't know what happened here, but I guess I just went for a safe strat.
Okay, what is an anti-fury time? I know, Flip. You do this. You do the strat here. You don't do the anti-fury skip.
I usually do anti-fairy skip. I can
Nice.
see what I get, but
Yeah, I don't do it, and I'm not gonna do it. But Flip keeps grinding me to do it, and I just refuse. I hate it.
yeah. So first try I get like low 7-2x, 721.
721. Okay. What did we get when you we get in this run here? Oh, so you're like saving 20 frames, or is that just a bad room? You can't save 20 frames, can it?
Oh, it's because I.
This dash here, like
Yeah.
can't.
Okay, so that's also why I didn't even go for it. Yeah, that makes sense. But even then, like,
Yeah,
I think it's like 15 frames ultimately, but
yeah, I was gonna say if it's 20 frames. That's worth a look. But I don't think it was 20. Yeah, have a quick look at it, but yeah, I don't think you'll catch me doing it, but who knows? Might be worth a little look. Time it yourself. How's that? Oh, missed it.
yeah. I don't know. I like throwing the pot at it. It just feels really free and risk-free.
Yeah. You see, I guess this is like what I call like the new age movement. You know, before, back in the day, they would always tell you to move right and diagonal, or dash turn. But now, like most people are doing this diagonal into this door. Like,
yeah, less FSG.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people also just hold straight down and dash to the left, but I get this to be like 1 frame slower, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. Walking's too strong.
This is a room I've tested where I find that pumping doesn't lose any time versus grabbing, because you can pump all the way to the end here, but if you prioritize this, you stop a tile short of here.
But it's so swag.
Yeah, it's swaggy. Totally. Totally swag. Aiden Pops, GG on the run yesterday. Always nice to get one on the board. Screen tears.
I actually need to look at.
Oh no! You gotta...
This was mid 2023, buddy. Don't give me this shit.
My favorite strat. I have to say it. It's so good. It's so good, dude.
Yeah. So if the fire snake wasn't there, I would have thrown the pot to the right to try to kill the Stelphos. But it's pretty jank. Also, this is just okay. I can't believe I made it past.
Yes, so clean so far. Nice pumps, yeah. Alright. Oh, this is well, that is I cannot bring myself to be this good at this. Do you have a timing for this, or are you just by feel?
No.
Just feel?
Yeah. So much of what I do in this game is by feel. Like it's so hard to. It's sometimes kind of the problem when I try to teach things. It's just I just kind of wing it, and it works. My internal time. It's like with cape spins. I don't have mechanisms for cape spins. I just know when to release the spin.
Yeah. I feel you. I guess we should point out for people. So there's 2 ways to do this room. They're both time neutral. So one way is this. This is really good if the jelly's sitting here and you blocks your path, or is sitting like right here. You can actually use this to get your iframes to go through the jelly, or you can just basically walk down and dash. Thought I'd just point that out to people.
Yeah, the only problem with the dash is that sometimes if you try to go too fast, you actually grab the statue. So you need to be careful with that. That's why I usually default to the diagonal walk.
Like coming down and grabbing onto the statue here instead of walking. Yeah.
I like the hammer dash. I don't think I would recommend it to everybody. If you do need to hammer the Stalfos, it actually loses time over the normal strat.
What I will say to people is if you do this, if you just do this normal strat, a really good way to delay the movement is if you dash, then you move down and you tap A. It's just a perfect amount of time to skip by this fireball here.
Interesting. Is that actually faster than just walking until the second part?
I get it to be faster because you can dash right to the end of the screen here and go down. It's more that I just find it easier than trying to cancel, but I get it to be faster.
Okay.
Both are
That's
valid.
interesting to know. Yeah.
It just means you're not having to cancel on a pixel. You just cancel anywhere and tap, and it just, you will always bait it. And it's only like a 5-frame tap. Both are valid though. Like, I haven't done that for years, so. Yeah, I've done some monster streams in the past. I've done a big one for a while, but
yeah, it's a small optimization in the sociable fireball bar is that like on the dash up, like right before you push the block, you kind of want to push on the left side of the block. So you can actually maximize your movement while the block is moving. Because
nice.
Otherwise you're kind of just rubbing onto the block, and now you can actually add like the right movement.
Yeah.
It's super minor, but
it's good though. It's good. I like it. I understand. So left block. Maximize block. That's nice. Like that.
Yeah. Also, you want to nudge the skull pot here, so you actually get a longer hop.
Oh. Okay. Didn't know that.
And it means you nudge less of the stairs.
Okay, so nudge the pot and way back for a longer hop. Oh. So I guess we'll just explain what people what he means here. So he means nudging this pot. So a lot of people will come down and go low here, but it means nudging this pot right there. So there's your nudge, and that will extend you further here, which means that you're against this wall, which means that you will not nudge this as much right here.
Yeah. I didn't have beams, so I didn't dare to go for the upper dash. It probably would have been fine, but I usually only do it without beams if the jelly is sparking already.
Do you know about the double dash here?
Like dash up, dash right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is only guaranteed if
the jelly's
already.
Yeah.
I'm actually the one who
found that out. Oh, nice. Yeah. Let's go, dude. Yeah, it's so OP. So if you're coming down, here, what he's saying is, as soon as you see if this jelly is flashing, when you come up the stairs like this, you can actually dash up into the jelly and to the right. It's so good. It's so good. That's neat. I didn't know you're the one that came up with that. That's cool.
I mean, I can't 100% say. Like, it's very possible that someone else found it first, but
that's how it goes with this game. Like, that's what I was just saying about earlier about that Louis thing. Like, I came up with that on my own, and I've been doing it for the best part of, I don't know, 2 to 3 years. And then it was Fox just posted a video the other day, and he's like, have you ever seen how Louis does this room? And I was like, hey, that's how I do it. So, like, someone had done it years before me, and I've never seen the video, and it just happened we came up with the same idea. Like, I love stuff like that. Like, it was the same thing with the Moblin screen. You know how the when we go to the right and touch the wall? Like, I came up with that on my own in a stream, and I thought, like, oh, that's so good, I'm going to show it. And then I found out that Doom already did it.
Yeah. So it's so funny.
It's funny how we all come to the same conclusions sometimes. I actually have changed this to a tap A. I actually cancel with A now and just tap it into a down left here.
Yeah, it's probably good. I'm just so used to doing like a 1 frame left into down left. I'm surprisingly good at this. It doesn't work for everyone. There's a couple of things that went wrong in the meantime, by the way. I messed up, like after hookshot, I was a bit greedy and didn't hold out my sword before the dash. Like after you get the key on the right side of the hookshot room. So it's like in the previous room. Yeah, after I grabbed the key and dashed to the left, I kind of messed up. Like I was just greedy because it felt like the bubble popped up a bit late, so I could just immediately dash.
You
But
also
usually you want to just
didn't grab the chest here properly. Like you got
yeah,
dash here.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So maybe that with this subconscious muscle memory, maybe enough to throw it off by a few frames, maybe. Because it was
Yeah, very
just
possible.
a few frames. Like that was enough. Probably
Yeah.
that dash dust was enough to throw this off, maybe.
Yeah, but usually I default to just holding my sword, like slashing first and poke dashing. And then here I just had sloppy movement on the second half of this room. But this is a really tough room anyway, with picking up the arrows and not getting hit by the fire snake.
This room, I hate it.
And
I
then,
hate it.
yeah.
I hate it all. Room sucks. What room even is this? To be.
It's hook dash.
Yeah, okay, you go. Dash. Yeah, I do have to look at a grab here because I did it last run and it was awful. It's one you should probably throw into your practice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while. Probably time for mine. What do you do here? Are you doing a down left? Are you holding? Are you timing? Like, what are you doing specifically here?
I kind of switch. I used to just press down left. And then I went to just holding it for a bit and trying to time the A press. But now I went back to just kind of like fence dashing it.
Okay, yeah. That's what we're talking about. So yeah, there is. It's very difficult. So what you have to do is you have to get a perfect one frame movement. So right here, you have to
One or
hold
two.
1 or 2, yeah. And go ahead. You go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So I usually just look at Link's ear, to see whether I got it, because now the ear is like aligned with or like right next to the dark pixel of the indentation, and then I know I would bonk. But if there's like a space in between, then it would be fine.
Like there, so that's the first pixel that works, and that's the second pixel that works right there.
Yeah, exactly.
And
then
the visual that I use is, see this little piece here? If that's in line with his ear like that, then it's good. If your ear covers it like that blue piece, then that's what I use.
Yeah, same.
Okay, some people use this door jam here. I've heard that. And some people have used this here. Like if you can see the black coming out the right side of his ear.
Okay. Yeah.
That's another one I've seen. If the blue,
once you see the blue,
yeah, it's bad. So that's a couple of visuals for people.
Yeah, some people like just do fence dash, like one frame left into down as well, and apparently that works. But I haven't looked at that too much yet. Everybody has their own pattern of Argus. Like everybody has different orders. It's really hard to give one perfect way of doing it.
So
yeah, all in all,
analyze boss fight. If anyone can find out the Skullwoods time save, let us know, please. We'd all love to know.
Yeah, the magic time save in Swamp and Skull.
There is a potential 1 second time save that no one can work out. And it's in the cutscene somewhere. The cutscene is faster for no reason. We've had people look at it for a long time and no one can work it out, so... How much does that save? I'm curious to see what your bird pickup time is.
I mean, I have the 2 menus, right? So it's probably different from...
Yeah, I'm not ever going to bother looking at that, but yeah. It's just, this whole thing is just completely different anyways.
Yeah. I just like the hook dash too much. Well, I don't like it anymore.
Yeah. Of course, we picked the run with the one example of why it can go very wrong.
Yeah.
Miss it by 1 frame?
Yep.
Yeah. I like to point it. I have a little strat here where I just cardinal right, up, and left into the warp. Love it. It's so good, dude. This is, I don't know, 10 frames or something.
I'm too try hard. I just want to get in from the bottom.
Free quick
Yeah,
warp.
if I miss the first quick warp, I try to nudge the cliff, so then I get back onto the grid.
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually. I was gonna point that out, but I didn't know. But yeah, so you'll see. I think you move up left here to get yourself onto a nudge pixel. So right here, so there's the up left. Then here's the nudge that he's talking about. And that grids you again. That gets you back onto this quick warp pixel.
Gasno does like a upright until like being aligned and then straight left.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Buddy has a slightly different, yeah.
He goes like this, uprights, and then goes cardinaling. I actually just cardinal all the way. So I cardinal to the right, like this, underneath this rock, and I just go up left, and it's boom, boom, boom every single time. And the reason I do that is it doesn't need a pause menu. So then you get a pause menu for this quick warp. So when you dash along here, like Aries doing, like this, I get to pause here, and I know that I'm on the This is jank. What the fuck is happening here? Oh no! Oh, what is happening here? Oh, it's so bad.
Oh my god.
Okay. This is next fucking level awareness. Anyone realize what happened here? This is next level, man. Okay. 110. Okay, so we don't have beams. So obviously that's why we're going for the fire rod. You went fire rod, you dashed, you killed this guy. You got the heart drop here and realized it, right? Now you switch to beams. Fire rod, slash. Like, this is gold, man. So good. That is just beautiful. I appreciate that so much, man. So good. I bet you a ton of people wouldn't even pick up on that. If you were just watching this casually, I don't think a lot of people would pick up on what just happened there. So good, man. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I mean, I would have fire rodded anyway, but I had to fire rod. I couldn't just dash up. Like, usually you have the choice between fire rodding and dashing up, but because I missed the first fire rod, I had to kill the Whisper up that way. But yeah, it's something that Apathy Duck found by accident. But it's a really good backup for if you don't have beams, and you get the chance of getting the hard drop and still doing the normal strat. This is still 702 pace, by the way, which is pretty okay. Like, anything sub 7 you usually take, and with all the disasters that happened, this is still okay.
So 104.34 without the ice rods, right?
With the ice rod.
No, this is with the ice rod. Okay, so yeah, there you go. That's a decent. That's your time. I was gonna say. So yeah, there you go.
So yeah, a normal good time, like a good time would be like 19 minutes if you have the ice rod already, like past torches. But that's like a really, really good late game. Usually it's closer to like between 1915 and 1930 for me.
Okay. I'm gonna write that down actually.
But it's so reliant on Ganon RNG as well.
For 1930 target. Just it's nice to have something. I guess what we could work out is the time it takes to get from. Okay, I guess we could do that then. So let's just say in this run here, for example. So we lit the torch at. Okay, so 104.34.
Yeah.
And then when did you drop into Ganon? I guess. That would be a better time to give, maybe. So like a landing time, like right here. So 104.
121.56.
That's like 15:20?
17.
Or 17? Sorry, I can't do math. 17:20. Okay. 17:23. Then that way you take the RNG out of it. Like we could say like a 17:30 would be a good target then. 17:30 to Link's Landing.
Do I not have my Mario Gold uploaded? No. Okay. I think I've gotten like 27 or 26. But it's really hard. You need a really good overworld for that. Usually, like 332 is 7 flat pace for me. But also it depends on this spark, yep.
I'm gonna write that down. 331. Carry dash. I think I can a bit better. I take that too safe, I think. I remember for a while I was getting whacked by that Beamos.
Yeah.
And then
It's nice being frame perfect.
I changed to doing like the right out the door here, and that sorted it for whatever reason. But yeah, this used to hit me and infuriated me.
Like, this was really close.
But what I did realize is if you do get BMOSed, if you walk up and I don't even talk about it because you just shouldn't get hit. Don't get hit. It's a sad day.
Sorry, Boyne. No quick hop. Oh, I can't believe what? Oh no, I don't do this anymore.
Interesting use of the menu. I never thought about using the menu here. Wow, that's an interesting use of that menu. I like
this.
this.
Because you can hold down left out of it. So you don't risk bonking as much. Or at least for me, it's easier to time everything.
I might look at this. This strat is good, man. Like, this saves time.
It saves a lot of time.
It does save a lot of time. I like this. I'm looking at it. I never thought to use the menu there, ever. Yeah, that's top tier.
It's just so try hard.
It's so sweaty. Yeah, because like, just so people know, just be aware of this, okay? If you're going to do this and you fuck this up, you're in big trouble, okay? Because this is a 4 heart damage here. So you better be comfortable doing like a 5 heart video if you're going to do this strat, because you're going to be in this situation.
You can't be too fast. You can't be too fast because then you dash through the Whisperer before its hitbox appears. But if you're too slow, you're not fast enough to beat the anti-fairy, and then you don't gain time over just hooking the pot.
That's why
that's why I walk out of the door a bit.
Down left. Notice the down left right here coming up. Very important. You'll see the down left pixel into the A. And that's why how he's cancelling that. And this is what I was talking about with yesterday with my mentees actually, is the importance of being able to cancel link on a dime while facing the same direction. This is a prime example of it right here, where he's using the menu right here. So we want to continue facing left. So he's going to be holding down left out of the menu already. He's got it pre-buffered like this. So you're getting an instant left to down left into an A grab here. Like, it's so good. It's just such good movement. Yeah, it's not a good time, Katolis. Don't even think about it as my advice. Like, there's maybe 1 or 2 or 3 runners who maybe do it. FSG, I know, does it. Obviously, Eri has done it in the past. Apart from that, I don't think. Maybe Eddie does it, but
I'm not sure what he does nowadays.
It's really not a popular strat because it can end your run. Interesting. Oh, I have a sweaty strat to show later. So I found out the other day that I don't understand the mechanics of what makes it work or not, but you can actually walk up here, go here, and dash up here and fire rod to the right.
Sure. I believe it.
You get like a 602 with it, but it doesn't always activate. And I don't know why. So it's not consistent. So someone's probably found it before, but there is some jankiness to it. So I'll maybe send some clips to some people later and they can look at it and maybe tell me why it doesn't activate, but I haven't thrown it in runs for that reason.
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to do the slashes, but it really should maybe look at it. It saves 2 arrows. And that could be the difference between having to get a pot. So maybe I should look at that.
Especially if a bottom eye survives, the slashes are pretty harmless.
Flash practice. Sorry, guys, I have to see this on the screen, but let it fly. I even saw a clip of you doing it the other day.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about the menu? Oh, you know, you guys know I hate that menu. I'll hate that menu forever.
I should down left into the first dash, by the way. It gives you a better slope dash. Not sure why I didn't do it there, but yeah, I had to.
Down
Cancel
what?
the
Like
dash
down left
anyway.
or down right?
Down right,
Down
down
right.
right,
Okay,
sorry.
so down
Wow,
right
usually I
here.
don't. Yeah, into the slope.
Turning
is,
into me, I do that. I just listen to me too much.
You infected me.
Okay, so the TR. So a down right into slope dash. Okay. I've converted to Waffle House, so I've been doing it in runs now. I don't do
Nice.
this though. I hate this.
Understandable. That was pretty lucky.
1439. Have you started doing this double dash now? Like this dash here?
Yeah,
It's so good.
I really like it.
So yeah, you'll see. Well, I mean, I've been doing it for a while, but you dash down here and then you dash along here, and it seems to regulate this RNG better because you get chances of poking the dead rock, and yeah, it's. If you watch, I guess Eri does it now too. And have a look at it.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Optimally, the other strat's faster, but there's just so many situations where you have to deal with the dead rock that it, like on average, it doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah. It also brings in a slope dash, which is why, like, if you get a fast slope dash, I get it to tie this here.
Okay.
But it depends on the dash. If you get a slow slope dash, that's where the time loss comes from in my timing of it, anyways.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because there's also a slope dash here as well, which you have to factor in.
Yeah.
So there's like two slope. You're introducing two slope dashes, so yeah, there's more chances for it to go wrong, I guess. I don't know. I'm like you. Just any way we can fuck over dead rocks, I'm doing it all day long. There's not a hole deep enough for these sprites. Ooh, that was interesting. It's a nice cancel. Very nice cancel.
Yeah, the slash dart's really nice. Don't look at me. Oh no.
What up?
Look at that adjust into the quick warp though. Oh. So good.
Do you one frame it? Oh, you one framed it. Oh, it's sweaty. Oh. Oh, was that at quick speed as well? No shot, I did that at quick speed. Oh my god, that is so sweaty. It's so good. That is top tier. I can't believe you just one framed it in spin speed state. Ain't no way I'm doing that. I'd be jumping off the North Cliff if I tried something like that.
But here as well, after the menu, I do a quick stair drag cancel because the top two stairs aren't actually stairs, and it saves a little chunk of time.
This is the infamous screen that Eri taught me as a 124 runner. This blew my mind. It's funny because I use this as a teaching piece to like new players. Like I make them do the screen, and I'll ask them where are they losing time, and I won't tell them, and I'll make them work it out. And I feel that it's a fun puzzle, and it teaches people like it's a laughing moment when the brain goes off. But what happens is a lot of people will center themselves back to the center before they lay the block, and you don't have to do that. You just walk up the left side and it will snap you into it. So if you watch here, you walk up the left side and then it will actually snap you to the center and lose you no time. And yeah, I've taught so many people that because I think it's the greatest. It's just so good. Yeah, you don't move back to the middle. Everybody does it, Timon. Everybody. You watch 20 runs, you'll see probably 15 people do it. It is so funny, and it was just like a big hurrah moment for me. Like, so I just thought that was like a gold moment of A Link to the Past when you mentioned it to me, and my brain just about exploded.
It's so good. Yeah, because it feels so normal to. I gotta be in the middle anyway, so let's move there. And yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's
fine. I mean,
too high, basically. I think it's too high, right? You ended up doing the old tink, so it's just basically too high here, which causes the tink off of this here instead of the wall, if anyone's wondering.
Mm-hmm.
And then
there is like sometimes you still don't get hit, but I think it's frame rule based. But even then, if you do the room normally, you still get through, and I'm only down 7 hearts. So if I get a fairy, I still get beams. So it's not terrible. Like, of course it sucks, but it's not the end of the world.
You can use this as a visual cue, if anyone's wondering. So this is, you kind of want the roller here with a gap here, but obviously what happened. But this is a good visual cue to know how well you're doing the room. 607 chest, you can get like a 6 flat chest if you're going really fast, but that's this room timer here will correspond with this roller. And there's actually a way to know if you can do like the double dash strat based on the gap that's on this roller here. So it's kind of a really neat thing to keep an eye on.
As long as the rotor hasn't hit the rail yet, you can still do this deboost strat without any problems.
Yep. Yeah, 555 Araya, fuck that. This starts like frame rolling spikes and shit like that to get that time.
Pretty friendly RNG.
Oh, I love it. Friendly. Super friendly. People ask me about this room all the time. Okay, so the reason that people fail this room is because sometimes they do a down right and they get stair drag. If you get stair drag, you can't bypass this anti-fury or Linda, or whatever you want to call it. So the key to this room is to get stair cancel. Right here with a right. So out the door, you move right. Right there. Then if you do your right, you cancel that stair drag. And then you just have to bypass. I use the stairs as a visual cue. So when Link's hat is past the stairs, then that's when dash, and that's when he starts to dash there. So it's a tricky little room that people mess up and they don't know why. So that is why that happens, if you want to know.
Yep.
And same with here. If this Popo, what the fuck's this thing called? Bouncy orange thing, whatever it is.
Okay.
If this pokey is down here, this is another one that I had learned the hard way, is that you want to be right against this wall when you move right. And this is a bad example because he's up here. But if this pokey is down here, you want to dash all the way down and then move. Otherwise, it can hit you at your dash and you lose 4 hearts.
Yeah, you also want to be like on the right side of the wall. Like if you're too far left, then there's still a chance you get hit. So that's why you dash a bit further to the right here. Also because of maximizing dashes, because you walk the last bit. But it's an extra thing to be careful of.
Note to runners, obviously, I'm sure you all know when you're grabbing your arrows, but this is when you check your arrows and
yeah. So usually if I like now I would be on, if I had 10 arrows I would grab it because I end up on brain no longer work. Like if there is a way I can either skip a chest or get to 30 with the chest, I'll grab the arrows, but otherwise no.
I'll talk a little bit about this. There's a couple of ways to do this strat. It was actually Erock who pointed this out to me not too long ago. But there's two ways of like doing this. So one is to come here like this and actually move higher than the door to the point where the laser won't fire, and then you nudge the door. But if you dash turn and dash turn really, really late, like, so you'll see that the minute that he turned around here, I just showed this to Flip not long ago. So he's delaying the dash turn to the right as long as possible. And the minute that he turns, that is when the eye starts to fire a laser. And if you do it correctly, even though the laser fires, you can get through without getting hit. But it's important.
Only the front of the laser has a hitbox. That's important to note.
So again, real time, he's delaying that dash. See how he's delaying, he's then turning right. That's the important part about this strat that people don't understand, and I never understood until very recently either. I thought I'd point that out. Is he gonna get the one framer? The one framer, here we go. Yes! Go, the one frame! I love this. So this pipe spits you out, not in line with this door. So you'll see that you have to actually pump one frame to line yourself up. There, it's there, the single pump to get in that door. Lush. It's pretty funny. It's like kind of a weird thing about this game.
Yeah, stupid architects couldn't get the pipelines laid properly.
Oh, nice grab.
Yeah, I knew it was potentially coming, so that's why I went a bit further to the down left. It's kind of play the odds.
One thing I guess we point out about, I think it's really important that some people don't realize even, is that when you're on the bridge here for Hammer Amp, you can actually, this is when you start tracking the prize pack for,
Yeah,
right
the mini
here.
Hammer drops the heart.
This is how you tell where your fairy prize pack is coming in TR. So if you have a heart here, it will be one of the first drops. If you haven't had the heart here, you still need to go through the prize pack. And a funny strat that people used to do, I think back in the day, was in Skull Woods. They would slash this mini mold arm here on the way out. If it was in its path, people used to like slash this mini mold arm to try and get it to drop a heart, so that their fairy would come earlier in TR.
Yeah, it's really not a bad strat.
Just thought I'd point that out. Yo, thanks for the raid spaces. Let me check this. Thanks again for the raid,
Here,
dudes.
I do a fence dash motion to get the one frame. Because if you go down 1 pixel, you have 2 frames where you can go left and get the laser skip.
There were some old time videos, actually, that I watched from a few years ago where I've seen people kill that mini mold arm. I haven't seen it, you know, within the last few years, but there's a few old gems out there where I've seen people, and that's where I actually found out that idea from, or that concept. There is also a backup strat that I can show at some point too. Well, I can post a clip, but you can actually save the prize pack on the hammering up bridge by picking up the right pot and walking down the right side and throwing it to the left, and it knocks the mini helmet off of the hit. And you save the prize pack, which is really handy in like races or something like that.
Yeah, if you like messed up the price pack guards in Aga Tower.
You know what, let's maybe just go back and talk about that laser bridge, because that's kind of important. I like to neutral dash it because I hate the down one, but you're basically trying to do a one framer down here.
Yeah, and I can see it because the first pixel of the hat shows up if I start to dash. Like you see one black line there, and then I know I got it. Yeah, exactly.
Good tech, actually. Right there, that black line. What are you looking at?
And that means that the top pixel and the lowest pixel of laser skip are actually like on that grid. So you have 2 frames where you can cancel the dash and get past. Of course, I failed to cancel the dash to the left, but you know, it's the principle of the matter. Yeah, if you pick up the pots on like the 2 rightmost pixels, you can actually just hold up left and grab the magic. And you don't need to delay it.
I didn't know that, actually. I knew of it, but I didn't know the exact specifics of it, so I might. Pot on 2 rightmost pixels. F, no delay. Yeah, man. PR is probably my best gold, I think, ever. PR and Escaper are my 2 huge goals. I got it against you in the finals. You whipped my ass.
Yeah. But you got the gold, so it was worth it.
Huge gold, so it was worth it. But yeah, I haven't even got close to that gold since.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of RNG, right? Like between Overworld, Chomps, there's the Pokies. It's really hard to get everything to line up. Like, I think nowadays, on average, if I just have a good Turtle Rock, it's like 655. But I know I can get like 648.
Yeah, that's
like maybe even 47 if literally everything lines up, like perfect Overworld God Pokies. But you know,
yeah,
it's just too much, man.
I've been gunning for a 53 for a while, but I haven't even got close to it yet.
And for anyone who gets Ice Rod in Turtle Rock, like 648 would be a 725. That's still sub 7. That's nuts.
Yeah, that's so good. Alright, it's maybe some magic here. So starting off here, I think it's really important to note that something I just learned recently is that you want to cancel your dash in line with this bush. Otherwise, your Linus can hit you at your dash and things, and it's really bad. And same with here, you kind of want it somewhere around this area.
Yeah, I usually kind of move out of the way once I'm a bit into the Lionel. Like too early, and you give him enough, and you have so much space that he starts shooting like he snipes you. But too far, and obviously you get hit like out of the iframes. So it's usually pretty good.
Yeah, here you can get sniped. Here he hits you at your dash. So somewhere around this kind of bushes. Saw that you didn't do the double dash. That's good. I love this. You'll see a lot of people like dash. That is so tryhardation. It ends up messing up the nudge movement because you kind of want to nudge this wall here So you'll see him nudge the wall like this. Then the very last second, he's going to cancel with the down left, right there, 1 pixel, 2 pixels into the animation like that. Perfectly how you do that. The reason you do that is A, you don't want your sword to be out, and B, you don't want to be touching this wall. Why? I don't know, but that's just what the game says.
Yeah, there's something about like a bit higher in the GT, like maybe just the sprite of GT or something that causes lag. So having just a little bit less of it actually reduces lag. Together with the sword, you save about half a second.
38.5 is kind of a decent time to get in there.
Yeah, I get like on good overworlds, I get like 0.1s, 0.2.
Okay, so here's an interesting concept that I theorized in my head. Okay, so you do this. So if you do the normal, you know how when you do the normal one, there's 2 sections of the stairs that you just wallop up. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like there's a section here where you go woof, and there's another section here where you go woof if you just walk up them with the hook speed state. Well, I found out if you walk up and hook shot at the right time, you actually hook shot through the gap, and it saves time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's super weird. You can like hook from here and hook through the gap. So instead of doing your hook speed here, so you hook speed there, and then you get the 2 gaps. You use the first hook speed state to get your. It's kind of weird. I found it by complete accident the other day. And I messed around with it, but I'd have to make a video on it. It's still not faster than what you're doing, but I found it was kind of a neat thing to do if you don't like doing sword climbs.
Oh, that's interesting, yeah. I didn't know about that.
Like, I just came across it the other day, like, by freak accident because I was terrible at the game and did it too late. Hardest drink in A Link to the Past.
Yeah, I overshot in the menu already, so I knew I couldn't go for spikes. Good.
The menu he's talking about is right here. So this is your menu right here. So your shadow needs to be, we'll go back, I guess. So this would be the perfect lineup here where your shadow is flush with this bit here. That's a spike skip pixel. And then obviously he went 1 too much, so he's overshot it, so now he knows that he can't do the spike skip. That's what he means. So then you default to this. It's right here. $748, very nice. Yes, we got a bonker. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to hook over bonking. So
Absolutely agree. I think it's silly. The only reason you would do it is to go for that curse strat that saves a ludicrous amount of time, but the chances of you getting it are so low. You just, if you mess up the hook, you lose your beams. Like, why would you want to lose your beams? This is something I know you mentioned a long time ago is out of the... Because people used to roll this, but I know you do a right here. You turn right. Like that. So you're turning right. Just people to note this is a good movement. Right into down right. Like this. And that way you'll never grab the wall. You'll see people come down right and turn. But then if you get too antsy, you end up grabbing the wall. So this is just much better, in my opinion.
yeah, I do the same thing in the first room of Meyer, where I face right into upright, so you don't accidentally grab the wall.
Arrows again.
Yeah, I do it differently now. I do what Doom does, where he slashes before placing the bomb, and it kind of normalizes the room a little bit more. Need to delay less. I also do 2 up now instead of 3. Or
what are you doing here? One, two, three, 1, 2, 1. So what's the strat now that you're doing?
I do 2 up instead of 3.
So it's 2 up, 2 left, 2 up.
Yeah.
Interesting. Have a look at it. I hate this room. Do 2, 2 instead of 1. Is it a deal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know I've seen people talking about it. I haven't actually looked into it yet, but also this is, look at this. This is disgusting. 645. Real.
Yeah, I was actually on pace to beat it, but I didn't get the 2 cycle. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
no.
yeah. Oh yeah. 123, by the way.
How much time did I actually lose there? I was curious to see how much time. I think that was 4 seconds.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, really, considering what happened.
Well, I also
like,
lost 4 hearts.
yeah, true. Like 9 4x, you can get like a 5, a low 5, so you're talking almost 4.5 seconds. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, I usually get like 520x.
Oh, I hate the strat. Hate it.
Understandable. I don't blame you.
Nice.
332 upstairs. Not great.
Interesting. I always dash, but yes, I saw you moved here. I would have fired and then dash turned and charged the dash while the bone was going to
Yeah.
cross me.
That would have been better.
Just something
I'm not sure.
I picked up there.
I can't really explain why I did what I did there. Nice RNG here.
Oh, lovely. Super nice. Oh, you went for it. I love it. I love it. Yes. Yes, the legless arrow. So good.
I don't know what I'm doing here. That's the problem with fire rotting in G3.
Yeah.
I really like having arrow for G4, but...
Yeah.
So if you have bow here, like holding down right and firing an arrow immediately out of the door normalizes the room a lot. Because either the Zazak does that and you can just dash, or he gets hit by the arrow, and if you dash, then you catch him right after after the knockback.
If I don't have, if I have fire, I just dash through the Zizak, and if he goes right, I just cry.
I'm not sure what happened here. Like, it's so
Yeah.
long ago.
Yeah. You all been there. This is the magic pot that I forgot the other day. I missed a fire rod shot and it ended up lost me so much time.
Yeah, nowadays I just tap dash there instead of trying to get a 2-frame right. But
Same, yeah. Basically, what he means is so you can go left, but it's like sadistic. But like left is like a 1-framer. Right is what you want to do because now you just basically just tap. Yeah.
Yeah, but I got a 1-frame right, which doesn't actually cancel the stair lag, which is super awkward.
That's what your Taurstein is here. Notice that you did a pot slide here. Yeah. It's interesting.
walking through the spikes barely saves time. It's
Yeah, it's
usually
10
not worth it.
frames. Yeah. It means this bit here. This is a 10 framer. Here. Pretty sure it's 10 frames. It's... Yeah, you lose a heart, so if you're scared of heart. Maybe a little bit less. Should look.
I totally should have gotten hit there. Holy shit. This is illegal.
Well, you got hit by the boulder earlier, so that's just the game being nice. This strat is so good. People do all sorts of weird things in here. I disagree with them all.
Yeah,
Like, so easy.
I can imagine the people going like above the bumper, but I just
No
it's
thanks.
too tight for me.
Well, you introduce a frame roll, which is always a no-no for me. I've heard people say otherwise, but I do not believe them. My testing showed that you will always get frame rolled at some point if you go above the bumper. Oh, nice too. Start anyways. Oh, let's go, dude. Let's go. So nice. That makes a big difference.
Build out.
Big difference.
Otherwise, it would have been like 7 flat.
So what was that in the end? That was
It was a 654.
654. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty damn good.
Well, yeah. I mean, 2-cycle Aga helps a lot.
My goal has always been a sub 7 with no hover and a 3-cycle.
Yeah,
It's
that's pretty hard.
It is, but it is doable. Like that is that's what I call like the upper limit of normality, because the 2 cycles don't usually happen for me, and like I don't hover on pace usually, so
Yeah.
But I've been close to it. Like I have a 7. I think I have a 703 with 3-cycle and no hover. It's my best. And I have a 702 with a 2-cycle. Or maybe a 704 with a 3-cycle and no hover, and a 702 with a 2-cycle, no hover.
Yeah.
I think that's my. But I mean, yeah, I don't mean like that's what I mean. Like, I mean, that's been like a lifetime goal of us is to get a sub 7 without, a hover or without a 2-cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So it might take a long time, but I know it's possible. So
yeah, for sure. Seems reasonable.
Jeez.
Thank you. Yeah, 4 warps. Just normal Ganon. Kantos, I like having the insurance of being able to miss a fire rod on Ganon. I don't want to just save a second or something and risk losing the run, or having to menu to lamp. It's not worth it to me. Also, Helmaki is just... It's a bitch.
Oh, Helmaki's rough. Rough. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's just like okay over the board. There's like disasters here and there, but like it can show you like just what kind of a time you can get with all these shambles, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of like what I Yeah, like I'm just sort of like striving to take just to get the little things right now, because like there's strats I know I'm not going to change, but there's like little things like we one framers, five framers, like little ideas that you can pick up from this, and like I always just like hanging out in the practice sack, and it's kind of neat. It's always makes for a good time for the people in the community to come out and watch and get together and ask questions and stuff, and so right before League as well. So if you haven't joined League, make sure you join League. We got,
Gotta run
I
it
think,
now.
yeah, we've got 31 participants. So I think one more would be perfect to get us to 32, and that would be a perfect, perfect League season. Yeah, not much else to say other than I appreciate you coming out, Eri.
Yeah,
Always
anytime.
love
Like
having
it's a
you
lot of
on.
fun. Yeah, just I always love this back and forth between different ideas, talking about strats. Like even right now, like the thing in Mire before the bridge. It's like, oh yeah, I did used to do that. Maybe it's time to revisit that. Like there's always something to learn, even from for the person doing it, right?
Yeah, for the person doing it, even in your old runs versus like your new runs, like just like seeing how you've changed over the times is always fun. You know, when I go back to like my first 124 and I look at my 124 now, like it's so different. And funnily enough, my 124 now has slower strats than my 124 back then. I actually slowed my strats down to get faster.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. But that's kind of what I love about this game is you can have so many different people in like the 123, 124 range who all do very different strats. And you have Joe D'Amelio, who does the most consistent stuff either, but just because his base movement is that good, he just needs the consistency to get that 124. And that's before Spooky, before all these like things that we still found in the past 6-7 years. It's really sick. And
it's a great run to watch if you haven't seen it. Joe D'Amelio is one of my fan favorites. I've watched it probably twice, I think. And he doesn't have a good light world either, I think. He has like a sub tier light world, and like he makes it all up in the dark world. I think that's what happens if I remember.
Yeah. It's really cool too, because after the run he immediately analyzes it and explains why he does what strat. It is a really, really good watch.
Yep.
Even if you only watch the analysis.
Yeah, he was he still plays actually. I think he does like racing games, like Diddy Kong Racing, I think, and stuff.
Yeah, I think every once in a while he does Castlevania as well. Like 4. But yeah, it's
not good. We got some people actively playing for 123. I think this is probably the most amount of people we've had playing who are capable of like 123s, and like people in the 123 range playing, I think.
Yeah,
I know like you've back playing and putting up great runs. I know Assie's gunning for a good 123. I know myself and Flip are playing, and Yurok's still playing. Who else isn't it? Like Fox is both playing, and obviously everyone back for League as well. So yeah, quite a few people playing around that level. So I'm going for 123 right now. So let's Flip you and Yurok. We're all going for 123s. What are you talking about?
Yeah, definitely can see multiple 123s this year. Looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
This is going to be the year of the most 123s, hopefully. We're going to go raid Scoopo, who's doing a run right now, getting ready for some fun. But thanks again, Eri. Much appreciated.
Yeah, you too.
And we'll put it in the channel, and all the best. I know you've been playing. I hope to see you get another 122 very soon.
Yeah, if I stay fresh like I've been the past week, I can definitely see it. I'm feeling pretty good.
We'll pray for some RNG.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, everyone. Take care, and all the best.
See you.